And we're live. Hello, everyone. I'm not good, and yeah, I know this is weird. Don't question it. Gerda is currently a little bit ill. As such, I'm running today's first game. So think of it as a prologue to the rest of what the Tales of Central City have to offer. I have three players, starting from my left. My brother from another mother, Steve.
Hello. I'm playing Tomo Fung, a warrior of the Fire Nation. His house was destroyed by a volcano, as Fire Nation people sometimes happen. And I've been tasked with rebuilding the house.
Excellent. We shall move on to Powell.
I'm playing Kyoshi. She is an Earthshaper living in the central city. She is kind of like a vigilante in the neighborhood. She was supposed to be a member of the Metal Shapers police force, but after she turned out too much vigilante stuff, she had to leave and is now helping to rebuild the community that she kind of broke by her earth shaping.
And finally, Garen himself.
Hello, I'm playing Daijo, or just Joe. He's a hunter by playbook, but in this setting, he is actually a PI. He's not the brightest tool in the tool shed, but he has a good heart, and more importantly, he has amazing Hong, the squirrel hound, that accompanies him everywhere.
Okay. In that case, shall we get going, boys?
Indeed.
Our trip to the central city starts with a lovely overshot of the city itself, and it pans over its very various districts and sides. There's a lovely shot that starts from the very beginning of the bottom, what's called the top of the rung, where it runs straight through past the important part buildings. We start off at the Airy, the tallest buildings of central city, belongs to the Air Nation, people flying around their cute little like mini kite things, and we cut down through the city itself down to the subways that run beneath it with all this like fun little electrical carriages being run through. Then we cut to the top where animals and electrical powered carriages, almost like cars but not really cars, are moving about the city with railroads running across. Final shot is of Cinderhill, the shanty town that's been created on the side where the Fire Nation people all rest their heads. We have a quick recap of what the city is all about. It is a multicultural city with people from all ages and all types around. But recently, there has been a massive flood of Fire Nation refugees ever since the volcano went off in their lands, destroying their homes and leaving them no place to stay. The central city is one of the best places they could go to for safety. As such, there is this tension that seems to be going between the people of Central City and the Fire Nation as they come in. You know, central homes for central people, all that jazz. Everyone knows that. But we cut away from that. Oh, we go to the District of Wandering Stars, the main area for finance and trade that sits within a good, rich portion of Central City. And then we cut to a large, beautiful 3-story building with its big opening night that known full well as the Central City Gallery. It has just been built, and today is its opening day. Our three players, Daijo, Daijo, the private investigator, Tomo Feng, the warrior from the Fire Nation tribe, and Kyoshi, our laborer / vigilante, are all present at this party. We're going to cut to before the party starts, starting with you, Tomo Feng. Meeting up with one of the Thunders from the Thunder Clan is not exactly your idea of a fun time. There's always been problems between you two. But Officer Zell insisted that you had to be there for you to make this sort of agreement and moment to speak up. There is a table laid down, and he is standing there next to a representative, the lawyer version of the Thunder Crown, Magistrate not Magistrate rank, because that's too high. Bureaucrat rank, who runs all the paperwork for the ThunderClan family, and he continues his speech. Tomo Feng, As you already know, as you already know, we understand that you are the builder of the family sword that has run through your generations for millennia upon millennia. And we will not even remotely begin to attempt to take such a prized offering from you. However, the gallery will be hosting a Fire Nation only exhibit tomorrow night at the gallery. And having your sword amongst them would be an honor and a privilege for everyone involved. We just need you to turn up. The sword will not leave your possession and simply ask to answer questions so your people can know the history that they have left behind.
I look distrustfully at them. Mike. If there was any other question, I would say no, just because you ask it.
Bows.
But for the benefit of my people, I will attend.
In which case, we cut to you at the gallery. What are you doing?
I'm definitely wearing, opposed to the last scene, better clothing, but certainly not of the same caliber as probably the rest of the people here. And, I'm walking amongst them with the, sword obviously on my, hip as opposed to its usual place, which is usually kind of hidden. And inspecting the other things that are supposedly on display here. It is a gallery after all.
There is a lineup of Fire Nation equipment placed down. Like there is a flame blower that has been placed, and there's a lovely big dragon wrapping around it to signify the last time it was used. It has like notches on the side for what would have been at the time how many Air Nation ships that had managed to bring down, but it left the notches in because it was a testament to the fact that war had happened. There are a few other like funky little things. There is the armor that was worn by the Emperor back in the day when the Empire was ruled by the Fire Nation themselves millennia ago. There are a few extra funky little items about, and there is a man who is just constantly running around pointing to people and like giving instructions and stories about it. And he comes up to you and he goes, "And here we have Tomo Feng, the bearer of the great sword of our people. Please tell us the name of your weapon and tell us the story that comes with it."
This is commonly known as the Phoenix Sword, but its real name is the Spine of the Phoenix. It has been the backbone of the house and those who have rebuilt the house for a dozen generations. 3 times the house has been destroyed to but a single individual, and 3 times it has been rebuilt stronger than the last.
And he continues and goes, and there you have it. It is said that this sword cannot be bended by any metal shape but alive, neither here nor there, from the heavens to the ground below. It is a beautiful marvel, and we are grateful for your presence. And then he sort of bows towards you and nods, and then he walks past you as you move on. Daijo. I got him.
He wrote that he's BR buddy.
Oh, he's not there. In that case, we'll cut to Tomo. Tomo, you kick down the door of a mighty boot. Oh, sorry, Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi, you kick down the door with a mighty boot. The music now goes to funky like 70s style chase music starting to base. As you put it down, the man turns around and goes, "What are you doing here?" You backhand him through the goddamn window. He goes flying out. Your contact has not been in touch for a while, and you want to know why. And you still see why. He's sitting there playing cards with a whole bunch of unreputables. And as he sees you, he goes, "Oh God, no!" And he starts to try and scramble away. But his friends see it, scramble the other way, and completely block the exits as they leave out. He crawls back and he goes, "Okay, Kyoshi, I know it's been a while. I know you're feeling a bit odd. I have some great news for you. I swear, great news."
Did I just like kick down the door to this gallery, or this is like somewhere else?
Oh, you're somewhere else. This is taking place in the past. We've gone a little bit further back.
Well, since I already found you, yeah. I just look at his buddies.
What is it like?
And I just like point out. Now that we have some privacy, tell me.
Okay, all right. He looks around like desperately. Then he stops. Then he sees a bag. Then he rummages through it. And he's like, okay, look. And he puts the bag down, puts like a thing, he weighs out the map. And he goes, all right, you know the foundation are doing a gallery thing this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I told you that there was going to be a raid on that gallery? Look, listen. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. The Fire Nation are having a gallery. Some unreputable types think now would be a good time to rob them, to take all of their precious stuff away as payback for all the horrible things they've done to us. And here's the layout. Look, I can tell you where they're going. Well, I can't tell you where they're going to be. But I can tell you what the plan is. It's going to hit when they do the final announcement to announce the terracotta monster in the center of the room. And then when that happens, they're going to come in, they're going to grab the stuff, they're going to leave, and it's going to be crazy. If you do that, I mean, like, they'll just cancel your community service like that. You'll be gone.
If I do what?
Stop them. That's what you do, right? You're like a vigilante, savior of the people, big hero. And let me tell you something. Officer Zay will be there. And if he sees you do this, like, you can just kiss your community service goodbye. You can go back to being your normal thing. They might even give you a medal. They might put you back in the...
I'm sorry, my internet is kind of working weird.
It's okay. Did you hear anything I said, though? That's all I'm more worried about.
I lost the last. I heard what you said about the plan that I should capture them, and then it like broke off. So if you could repeat the last.
Okay. So summarize it up. Officer Zay will be there. Officer Zell will be there. He is a really high-ranking member of the police force, and if he's there and he sees you actually, doing police work, even though a vigilante on the side, he might skip your community service. Mm-hmm. Hell, he might even make you a cadet because you saved the day.
And then just like lean over him, and of course, I understand you are not going to tell this would-be robbers about my interference with their operation, yes?
Absolutely not. You can trust me.
Yeah, I can trust you as far as I can throw you.
Don't throw me again, please.
So yeah,
please.
I hope you don't go and tell them that I'll be there to apprehend them. You did well. You did well. Now please stay in more regular contact, that I don't have to come in, kick down the door, and.
I'll be on time. I swear. Anything for my favorite vigilante.
Very good. Very good.
Oh my God, I mean, hi, bye-bye. So, where are you in the gallery?
Well, I think that depends if I could have a moment to ask Daijo to help me with this operation, because it seems like I might be way over my head. I suppose Tomo was somehow unavailable, so I could at least ask Daijo to help me. So, but if you wanna,
well, do you want to assume you've asked Daijo to help you before I do Daijo's scene?
Yeah.
Cool.
I suppose I would just like go. Yeah. I suppose I would just go straight to him and tell him, "Hey, there will be this stuff. I might need your help to apprehend some fugitives." So,
Yeah, I can help with that. I can help with that. Good. But I don't know. I got a lot on at the moment. Yeah, let me check let me check with the boss. What you reckon, huh?
I'm sorry, do you have a boss?
Yeah, he's about this big, and
I am not role-playing the dog. No, you know what? My acting skills are on point. It looks at you, and then it cocks its head like you weren't going to take the motherfucking job in the first place. Because as it cocks its head, it reminds you of something that happened just before Kyoshi had walked in. You were sitting by your table with your leg up in the air. It's been a long time since you had a case, and it's driving you absolutely mad. You gotta put food on the table, and quite frankly, you're getting really tired of running around trying to catch Air Nation husbands cheating on their Earth Nation wives. Everyone gets a little bit tired about that. The pompadour ain't keeping itself straight with just hair gel, you know. It is when a knock comes upon your door.
yo,
The door swings open, and the lady walks in.
oh,
She has legs like she does for the mafia. Once you go all the way up, you're not quite sure if you're going to be able to come all down again. And she takes a lovely little seat next to you, straightening her hat and her lovely blue attire as she sits down beside you. And she sort of picks up a really long cigarette. She's like, mind if I smoke?
hi. How are you doing? Let me help.
Shh, don't talk. It's easier that way. I hear you're you're a private detective that people can hire if they need help. No questions asked. Money is no charge.
Well, we do charge. That's sort of the nature of the job.
Oh, I forgot. Money. People belong to this. And she leans a little bit and then she like so straightens herself up and she has her hair hanging on one side of her eye, like freaking Jessica Rabbit style. And where am I going with this? There we go. And she leans and she goes, I need you to collect something for me.
Yeah. How can I help you, miss? What is it you're after?
She takes a long drag again. And she goes, my father is the previous owner of the terracotta monster that shall be on display at the gallery tonight. After it is done, he's hoping to host an auction, which is the big surprise that's going to be happening, to sell it to the highest bidder. Naturally, the Fire Nation are going to want it. I need someone to keep it safe after the auction's made, until the exchange is done. And I'm hoping that person will be you.
Sorry, did you just say the previous owner?
She looks over and she goes, yes, previous.
Then it's already been sold.
The auction is just a front. Grandfather Thunder has already put high bid upon it, and he shall be winning the auction, as he should be doing. But after the auction, the item will have to be inspected and passed through a few officials before it becomes his. I need you to take care of that item. Any means necessary. Keep it safe. Keep it away from people. Watch out for monsters. And if anything happens to the item, you have to get it back.
How big is this terracotta monster you're on about?
She leans down and then she reaches down for like an incredibly lovely handbag and she puts up an item that's about that big. It's about the size of your head.
With or without?
It is a terracotta creature with multiple like tentacles, like running on the side, and a giant eye within it. And they call this the eye that killed the emperor, formed in terracotta moment. Words coming out of my mouth. They call this the eye that killed an emperor and destroyed the nation that was before the one that ruled us. It is a replica of the actual terracotta creature, which is held by the Fire Nation. Was held by the Fire Nation until I got it.
How many replicas are there?
This is the only one, and it clearly is a fake. She goes, as she like smashes on the ground and it breaks. The terracotta will be the real thing. I trust a man of your taste would know the difference between terracotta and clay.
Yeah. One dread. Yeah, I'll take the case.
Good.
And it's entirely obvious the entire time his attention hasn't been on her face.
She looks at you and she goes, "Eyes up here, buddy." And not just eyes up here. You see like a snake creature move along her neck, and it hisses at you. Don't mind the pet. He's just here to keep me company. Then she gets up and she straightens her hat again and straightens her hair and picks up her bag. And she's like, "I guess we'll be seeing you at the auction tomorrow."
Oh, before you go, miss, can I get your number?
She looks at me and she goes, "You can't get my number, but you can get my name. Miss Rovak."
And would you like to go out for dinner
she leans
tomorrow?
a little closer and she goes, "Miss Rovak."
Uh-huh. Okay. And what are you doing for dinner tomorrow?
She looks at you and she goes, "The auction's tomorrow. But
So
I'm
you're
not doing
not-
anything for lunch."
So you're not available then?
Well, make sure this works well, and maybe I'll serve you breakfast.
I don't tend to do that. I don't get up very early in the morning. But thank you for your time. And he's totally oblivious to what she's actually suggesting.
And she's like, fuck it. And then she heads out. All right. So, in that case, what are the two of you doing at the auction? I'm running for time, right? That's okay, good.
I suppose Kiyoshi is just like inside the gallery, just like walking there. She obviously like her clothes are like usually dirty with clay and the rubble that she helps to clean. But her mother like really cleaned the clothes, but it's still visible. It's like a peasant's, maybe slightly above peasant level clothes. But she's trying to like blend in with the crowd and like keep on a watchful eye. Who will be this the group that will do the jump? And then she plans to like apprehend them outside as the officer will be watching. So she's like, I imagine, like mingling in the crowd of the Galleria, keeping an eye open.
All right. So I'm gonna give you guys a moment to like catch up with each other, saying a few words to each other, and then we'll go into the rolling because you guys are all in the same place doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darjo, are you also inside the Galleria, or what are you?
Yeah, I'm inside the gallery. This is obviously a high-class function, so I put on my best clothes. I got my leather jacket with its rhinestones on and the frilly bits coming down from the sleeves, and my tightest pair of jeans, and my biggest cowboy boots, and yep, I'm done up to the nines. It's totally out of place for where we are, but it's the best clothing that he's got. So.
You look so out of place. It's unbelievable. But to be honest, it's not bad because this is mostly full of Fire Nation nobles, and they're not all that rich.
No.
Not anymore, anyway.
But I do stick out like a Thor thumb. Yes,
Thor thumb.
A Thor thumb is what I wanted to say. A sore thumb.
What about you, Tomo? You know these guys, so
yeah, and I know they have nothing to do with Fire Nation.
So what are you even doing here?
Joe, Kyoshi, why are you here?
Yeah, I imagine that Kiyoshi will like stand like quite close to you so that nobody can like overheard us, even though it's like a full crowd. I'm observing.
Yeah. Shh. I'm in disguise. I don't want anyone to notice me.
I heard from a reliable source that there's gonna be a raid on this place. Some group would like to grab all of the precious items and then escape. My plan is to apprehend them as they will be escaping on the eyes of the officer. Can you remind me her name? Officer.
I'll type it in chat. Xeli.
Wait.
Like.
Sorry, Kiyoshi, say that again. You said there was a raid on this place? Sorry, I thought you said people were coming here to raid this place. I thought you wanted us to. I thought there was some sort of critics coming here you wanted us to impress.
What are you two talking about?
Joe, were you listening to what I even told you yesterday? There's gonna be a raid on this place, and they're gonna steal all the wonderful items of the Fire Nation, and this gallery is in our neighborhood. So
Oh, that's terrible! I thought that would come to rate this place.
Like-
Oh, I'm so sorry. I look for the terracotta monster.
You can see there is a stand in the very center of the room, and it's been veiled and covered over with a cloth.
Like, you've told the police, right, Kroshi?
No, I did not. This is my ticket to get back into the academy. If I apprehend those criminals who will do the theft, and I do it while Officer Zelly is watching, that might be my ticket in back into the academy. That's
You can see Officer Zelly is talking to what's called Bureaucrat Rang, and just like having a laugh, and like he's all like communicating a bit. And he looks over at you and he narrows his eyes as he's not quite sure why you're there. But he continues the conversation like he's gonna see you later.
Yeah, I like bow, and so Tomo, if you can provide any help, I will try to limit as much as possible any kind of environmental damage. No earth shaping here, but
Yeah, this is a 3-story building. How many people? Like a couple hundred people here?
Yeah, about 100 people.
Like, you imbecile. What do you expect to do against some group that would raid a Fire Shaper enclave like this with 200 people present?
Tomo, there is
Priceless artifacts of my people.
There's Joe and Honk.
I'm almost ready to grab you, but I'm like resisting.
That's why I asked Joe and Honk to be here to help me. And now you are here as well.
I look around for someone who might be a law enforcement officer who might actually be in attendance.
You can see Officer Zay is the one standing there. There's a few other guards walking around, and Officer Zay is standing there, but he's talking to Bureaucrat Rang, who works for Grandfather Thunder.
Yeah.
Is he really the person you want to go for this?
No.
I probably grab you by the arm and Tomo, please, this is my way back into the academy. You are here and we can apprehend them. Please, you have to help me.
At this point, you hear a ding, 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 ding. The auction and revelation of the terracotta monster shall begin presently. Please make your way to the center of the ballroom.
Okay. So the ballroom, I assume that there's some galleries up at the top where
Yes. It's a big ass room with some there's 3 stories of galleries around it like that. And there's these beautiful lights that are sitting in the middle.
So I'm going to go to the upper gallery and basically watch from there.
All right. So as you're about to head up to the top, you can see Miss Rovak is talking to a very she's talking quietly to a whole bunch of people. She's speaking to a man who is wearing what looks like Blue Water Nation noble clothes. And she has a laugh between them, and she looks over at you and she gives you a nod as she continues her conversation. And then you start to head upstairs. She doesn't do that back. She just no, I'm sorry, no. Kyoshi, what are you doing in this moment while this auction is about to take place?
I suppose my contact tells me that they're going to rob all the items and then run out through the main door. So I suppose I'm moving myself towards standing just next to the main door, that I don't have to break any walls while I'll be pursuing them.
No problem.
So,
do you want to try and search for them before this auction's going on?
yes, of course. I was hoping that when I was mingling and then I met Tomo and I was distracted, but this was exactly which I was doing.
I fully understand. In that case, I just realized there's no role for your party yet, Gurdon. Gurdon?
No. Sorry.
Gurdon?
Yes.
Gurdon, where's that role for your party?
I'm doing it now.
Gurdon, hi! In that case, I'm going to ask you to observe carefully. if you have, do you have a copy of basic moves?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're on the character keeper.
Excellent. Once you observe carefully, you roll plus keen. I believe your keen is, if I can find it. Whee! Your keen is 1, so you got a good chance.
Yeah.
So as soon as the roll for your party is made,
A link's already in the chat.
yeah, that one, chat. Just go there. Roll 2d6 and tell me what you get.
Yeah. 6. Kyoshi, green, submit. Oh, I think I hit a 10.
Oh, even better. In which case, if you get a 10, you can ask me 3 questions from the list.
Observe carefully. Who is in control here?
All right. The auction's about to start. You are slightly unsure as to exactly what this auction's about, but that's not your concern. Your concern is finding out these goddamn criminals and going in there. As you're about to go through, you start to look about the area and you reckon something really strange. There are no guards posted by exits. There are about 5 exits out of the building that you can see from the ballroom that you're in, and there's no guards placed on them. You look over to Officer, look over to, what's his name? Zelly. You look over to Zelly, and Zelly is doing the same thing. He's also looking at the doors and wondering where the guards are. He is unsure, but he continues going on into the meeting. The answer you've gotten is that you don't know who's in control here, but you do know that no one available right now that you can see is in control. Something is happening, and something's happening fast. All the guards are missing.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
What do is this question correct? What do I need to do to be at an advantage here?
If they're going to make this entrance, they'll have to stand somewhere with a big space where everyone can see them. You look about and you see that on the 3rd floor there is a spotlight literally at the top shining down on almost like a beautiful open area. If you go up there, you can probably find their leader. That's where he'll be standing, especially according to that map that you saw. So at the very least, you'll be directly in front of the person in charge, and you'll be able to see where all the other people are if you can see them from up there. One last question.
Yeah. I think we kind of know the answer, but what is about to happen? Maybe how much time do I have, or maybe there's something else going on over here. Maybe I see someone carrying the bodies of the guards.
You take a glance at one of the doors that are moving back and forth, and you see that the waiters are moving throughout the area. But as the waiters are going, they're splitting up towards each of the doors. You reckon about maybe just at the end of the auction, the waiters will be at each door. And that's when the thing will kick in. They must be disguised as waiters. It's your best bet. Which is kind of worrying because you make it about maybe 20 waiters in this room.
Yeah. Maybe it's actually time to consider asking Officer Zelly for help.
Now you just said this now. Zelly, good idea.
My character Chakra is dedicated and stubborn. I was really sure I can do it myself.
Yeah. Oh, but get a key for that. I also got to give you that. All right, that's what you've seen. Now you can create a tag or an environmental tag describing the situation in this room.
Oh, I'm really bad with the tags. Guys, can you help me? What can I
you can make out I don't know, like something you need, metal braced walls, so you can start pulling it out of the building if you want. Something cool like that. Just think of the first thing that comes to mind and say it, and we'll work it out.
Yeah, I suppose I noticed that there are some metal lanterns inside the building that I can use to metal shape.
All right.
It's fancy. It's fancy Fire Nation, so they are using like this metal stand for lamps that I can obviously use for some metal bending while I need it. So
Deal. They're all there.
Plenty of metal items.
Excellent. Now, you're going down there. You figure this out. You've seen this. You're thinking about going to Officer Zelly. The two of you, Powell, you're going up to take a look around, right? No, Powell. Sorry. What's called Joe. You're going up to take a look around, right?
That's right. I'm going to go up to the top circle, go rest next to one of the spotlights, light up. Get a lollipop out, given that this is a G-rated show. Stick it in, and
you can smoke. It's fine. Smoking is allowed. Smoking is allowed. You're allowed for smoking.
So I will. I'll get out a cigarette and light it off the heat of the actual spotlight, because those things get really hot. And I'll be standing there. I'll start chatting to the as I'm looking out at what things going on the bottom. I'll start chatting to the guy standing next to the spotlight. It's probably going to be the leader of the attack, and this is going to be a huge comic relief moment. But
I think that's probably fair. There is a man standing in the spotlight who's like, no, actually, no. Tell you what, there is a guy holding the spotlight and keeping it straight and being all cool. And you're chatting to him. You're just chatting to him quietly. You just start chatting to him quietly. Just carry on.
Yeah. So they got you in for this as well. I hope they're paying you well. This how much you get paid for a holding spotlight gig?
And he puts up 3 hands, 3 fingers.
Really? That much? Oh, are they recruiting? Do you need to be able to make your own fire?
He's like, little.
Oh. Same problem I had with the police academy. I told them I could shape metal, but apparently bending a spoon didn't count.
There's a minute, right, where you start saying this. You look away, you go, I tell my shit, man, bend a spoon didn't count, and then you come back. When you turn away, there is and when you come back, there's a new man standing there holding the searchlight, and he's like, "Hello."
I haven't even noticed. I just carry on talking the entire time.
Like,
I don't really pay attention to him. I'm just chatting. So
he looks at you and he's like, do you mind? I'm trying to work here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Carry on. Ignore me. I'll be quiet.
No, really. I need a little space. It's very important. I'm about to make a big debut. I kind of need to be here. If you could move just a bit more to the left.
I'll move about 6 inches to the left.
Okay, a little bit more than that.
I'll move another 6 inches.
He gets up and he grabs a chalk and he goes, "Look, stand here. Let me stand here by the spotlight, and I assure you everything will make sense in about 10 minutes."
Stand here?
Yes, right there.
Right here?
Right there.
And at this point, I'm observing carefully.
Right, roll.
2d6 and okay, I get a 9, I believe that is.
Awesome sauce. Ask me one question.
Okay, so what should I be watching for?
Where he's put you directly, as you stand there, you are directly beneath a chandelier that is connected to a rope that is next to the searchlight.
Okay.
So you notice that he's looking at you and he's grinning and he's walking towards the light, and you see you're actually able to pull that, drop the chandelier, turn on the searchlight, and make his announcement. So we're going to cut away from you for 1 second because the timing of that has to be correctly right. Because also something else happened that you have to hear. It might influence what you do next. We cut down to the downstairs area, and the auction is about to take place. So they step up and they start describing the amazingness of the terracotta monster, how it is known to have destroyed empires, upon those who look upon its eye and do not look away are forever encased in stone, and their forebearers and their bearers before them and their bearers before them, wiping out entire lines of people, almost like a Medusa stone, the terracotta stone they're describing it. And they start the bidding, and the bidding starts to go through perfectly normal. And Rang, bureaucrat for the ThunderClan, at this point, all three of you, even though you're at the same time, you notice that there are two people, one wearing Water Nation clothes, one wearing Air Nation clothes, who just suddenly join in the bets. Rang starts to look a little bit perturbed, and they start bringing their hands over and over again. And you can see, because you're going there right now, Kyoshi, that Zelly is looking really worried. So we're gonna jump off you a second. We're gonna jump down to Zelly, and then we're gonna go right back to you. Unless my boy Daijo, or my boy Tomofeng wants to do something.
Well, Tomo's still on the floor. Who was actually putting on this event? Was it Grandfather Thunder?
Grandfather Thunder is, yes.
I'm gonna go talk to him then.
All right. Grandfather Thunder himself is not present, but Rang is, and he is in the middle of the auction. So you can like, I'll let you move up to him and start talking to him quietly at the same time. Is that fair?
It is fair.
Okay, cool. So he's like, he sort of looks over. He's like, "Oh, it's not a good time. I'm in the middle of a bidding war."
Rang, within the next 15 minutes, you won't have anything to bid on.
He's like, 200. What are you talking about?
I've been told that this place is about to be raided by people who are going to steal the Fire Nation artifacts.
You expect to interrupt me for that? 400!
Like, if you don't do anything about it, then the values of our people, the treasures of our people, will be taken and sold.
Why don't you speak honorably?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Roll one.
Let's see. 2, Tomo. Red, no. We'll go with orange. And roll. Where's the roll button? There it is. Let's see. What is my natural? Is 1, so it's a 10.
All right. In that case, let me know what it says. When you speak honorably on the 10 of gritted, you get what you want and tag the character as long as you promise them something they'll get in return. So they carry on mission and they go, he stops and he looks at you. And he takes a deep breath and he goes, "Do you swear by this?"
I swear by it.
"Do you swear upon the sword that you carry on your back, of the life of the phoenix and the spine that goes with it?"
Let's see. Who told me this? This was told by, I don't trust him. Like,
do I actually trust him?
I'm like, I swear that what I've told you is what I've been told.
He takes a deep breath and he puts his hands down. And he makes to stand up. And then he starts to whisper over. At the same time, the two people who are bidding stand up as well. And they start having a conversation with him. They go, "We are here to represent the people of our choice, and we also have a chance to bid upon this. Just because you are of the Fire Nation does not mean you get access to all the things that belong to you. If we have the money, we should be allowed." And they start having this verbal fight. He's like, "Gentlemen, please, I'm trying to calm you down." And the Air Nation and the Water Nation guys are really fucking going at it. Like, they're just causing more and more trouble. You see he's starting to look a little bit worried and stuff, and he looks over at Zelly. Zelly is currently being approached by Kyoshi.
Yes.
Zelly looked over at you and he's like, "Now is not a good time."
Officer Zelly, this is really important. I think this place is about to get raided by someone, and they want to steal all the artifacts. I'm here to stop them and prove that I'm a worthy cadet, but I'm looking at all the 5 doors in the ceiling. There might be far too many exits for them. There might be far too many exits for me to be able to catch them all. I might need you to like take these 2 doors, and I will take the other 3, and we will capture them all.
Make a roll. Speak honorably. Let's see if you can prove it or not.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
Natural, you're natural, right? You're earthbender. You're fine.
Reroll selected. Yeah, it's an 8 minus 1.
XP. Oh no, sorry, you made it. 8 minus 1, so that's a 7.
Yeah.
So as long as what's called you get what you want, but immediately in troublesome strings attached.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he goes, you see he looks really worried. He goes, take the 2 doors to the left, I'll take the 2 doors to the right. If any of these artifacts even remotely get a scratch on them, I will personally hold you responsible, and I will ensure that this goes upon your record for all eternity.
Of course, Officer Zilli, I'm here to serve.
Swear to me that you will not, and you will ensure that there are no danger that happens to any of the artifacts in the room.
I swear that I will make sure that there's no scratches on the artifacts.
Write that down as an oath.
Yeah, it's impossible to keep up, but I will try.
All right, well, life's a bitch. All right, at which point he dashes to the 2 doors. He actually dashes out of the door. And it's at this point that we're going to finally cut back. Oh, sorry, what was that, Steve?
I was going to ask what the tag an MC or tag the MC character means.
Oh, it means you put a tag on the MP. You say something that you say is on that MC. Like, it can be an emotion, it can be the way they feel, it can be something that's happened to them. Think of it like a aspect that you put on them.
Okay.
Yep, it's how you do damage in the system. You don't actually do damage. You apply
tags.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
You can put one on Rang if you want.
Is it something that benefits them or is supposed to hinder them?
It can work both ways. Only you can use it later to help you push something. So you can make sure he trusts you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking to do. Is I want him on my side.
Okay, so let's say Rang is willing for a tag. How's that?
Sure.
Okay, finally, whoop, up to the 3rd floor. You have just realized all of this, Joe. What do you do?
I sneak up behind the guy who's actually going to pull the rope.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds pretty fucking crazy. I love it. So as he's like, hey, I've got this.
Yep. I'm literally there. So when he pulls the rope and turns around, I'm literally face to face with him.
Let's see if you can get to him in together position of strength. Roll fluid.
Yeah. Okay. So that's something I'm actually supposed to be quite good at. So watch as I roll a terrible roll now.
Natural 1. Come on, baby.
That's a 7.
Oh, that's better than nothing. I'll take that. All right. On a 7, 8, 9, choose 1.
Okay. So on a move with intention. Yeah, I'm going to place a surprise tag on the target I'm getting a position from.
Okay, so he goes to pull it down. You didn't pick safe from an attack, right?
Yeah.
He goes to basically pull the rope down. He reaches the rope, he lets go, and then you're there. And what do you do?
As the rope's being pulled up, I will wrap the end of the rope from the chandelier that's coming down around his hand.
I'll let you do that for free.
And wave. Bye-bye.
And he's like, wait, no! And he goes, whoop, and you're like, all right. The only problem is, when you moved up close to him, you didn't move out of the circle.
So I'll be there. Bye-bye.
And it falls directly on your head. If you could stand fast.
Yeah,
as the chandelier falls.
This is something I'm not so good at. So I roll a 7.
7 is not bad. Okay.
So the MC will offer you a tough choice, a hard bargain.
I know. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
As the chandelier comes screeching down, you can eat. There's a chance for you to get out of the way. So there is a lovely spot in front of the spotlight that you can move to be safe.
Okay. Can I make a counter proposal?
No. Go on.
Okay. I can get out of the way, but I have to go backwards over the balcony, and I end up hanging off it.
Well, you see, that's really good, but I have one that's even cooler that I want to do. Can I do it, please?
Yeah, please, by all means.
Never say yes.
Okay, you step out of the way and you stand directly in front of the searchlight.
Okay.
As this comes crashing down. As it crashes down, Zeli goes out the window, Koshi goes to the other door, and you're talking to Rang as Rang and side. All the lights go off and the searchlight comes on. And you hear this big booming voice goes, "Look at me! I have come to take all that the Fire Nation have taken from us for all eternity!" And at which point, the searchlight comes on, everyone looks up, and you're standing there in the searchlight as the criminal.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's at this point that the two doors from the top burst open, and you see the waiters start to come in from that area. Two doors at the bottom do not burst open because someone else taking care of those guys. The waiters inside the building themselves all get on up and they pull out weapons. People start screaming. They're like, "Nobody move! Nobody move!" What are you doing right now, Kyoshi?
Well, there is this wave of waiters coming in that I suppose are hostile intentions.
Yes, but remember, you had plenty of time to catch some before a door. So if you want, you can catch some of them before they get in and take them out.
Is it still possible for me to just block the door from being opened?
Yes.
I totally imagine that I'm there standing just next to this metal lanterns, and I make them change their shape and just block the doors like a stub of metal, just block the door so that they cannot get them open.
I love it. Metal bend.
Yeah, metal bending is with Keen. Yeah, let's see how it will go. We will select it. 6 plus Keen, which is 7. 7, and I need metal bending. When you metal shape again,
I've never actually seen a metal bend before, so I've no idea how the mechanic works. So
you can control metal that you are in contact with. I'm in contact with lantern. When you do, it's the same as earth shaping, but roll plus Keen instead of plus solid. When you metal shape against someone on a 7 or greater, you can tag the target as well as the environment. So we look at the metal shaping on 7 to 9.
9?
No, on 7 you add appropriate environmental tag. Okay.
So you can add blocked doors.
Yes, I'm adding blocked side doors because I imagine that those are kind of like a side doors.
Move up there. Okay, so the doors at the bottom completely seal in. No one's getting into there. People are like, yeah, and they bang onto them, they can't get through. The door at the top, the one door that's left in the middle part, bursts open, and about 5 guys make their way in. There's about, you reckon, maybe, with Zeli taking care of the other half, there's about 10 other waiters within the room themselves, and they've drawn weapons. People are screaming, people are panicking, no one knows what's going on. What do you guys want to do? And, well, except that everyone is looking directly at you, Joe, and they're like, "What are you doing, you monster?" Guys, please feel free to take the initiative. I can't rush you.
Okay, well, Steve, Tomo, do you want to? You haven't.
I plan on attacking some of the guards since they're nearby.
Yep, go ahead.
Sorry, the waiters with guns.
Okay, well, they don't have guns. There's no guns. They have weapons.
Weapons.
Not guns.
Well, you said draw, I'm like, I don't know. This is, there's cars. Who knows?
They haven't got guns yet. Some of them are holding like cudgels and knives. Some of them are holding like electrical gloves.
Okay.
Some of them are bending. It's gonna be fucking crazy in here. It's gonna be great. How do you intend to take it? There's quite a lot of people. There's like 15 people throughout this area. If you just break in and start attacking them, you're gonna be at a massive disadvantage.
True.
On the plus side, the other half of people can't get in.
Right. So there's what, 10 people?
There's about 13, 15, you reckon, of the widows in here.
And they're all on the first floor? Or are they
splits? I'd say like 7 on the first floor and 8 on the top floor. On the second floor.
Okay. So still a bunch of guys. But if I, go to one side, I mean, they have people to wade through too, so I should be able to, isolate a few of them and attempt to trounce them.
Okay, so in which case I need you to move with intention. You need to get in a position that you can trounce a few and do that. So make the roll.
And I step on a chair and basically am going to leap and wire fu my way over to him.
Do it. I love it.
Maybe walking on the tops of people.
Still counts. If you fail this, there's a chance you would hurt the people around you, and there's a chance you take a higher level tag for a penalty. But that's for later. That's for losers who don't take risks. Let me see what you got.
Okay, move with intention is fluid. So that's an 11.
Oh, okay. Well, never fucking mind then.
And that allows me to choose 2 of the following. I'm going to place a tag on the target I'm gaining a position on, which is cornered.
Okay. How many would you like to corner?
I think probably maybe 3, like they've, sort of, they see me coming at them, over the tops of everyone else and back up. And that allows me to, get down and, and of course, as I was wandering over there, I grabbed a lantern. And I'm going to say safe for minimum attack. I'm using the lantern to, kind of shield off their blows.
All right. So feel free to describe it. Go wild.
Yeah, so you see me step on a chair and, leap up with a, grace that, has not been seen before. And I walk across the tops of all these fancily dressed people as if they were, as if they were just, stones in a, on a river, and just, hop, hop, hop. And grabbing, a lantern with the chain and coming down and swinging it around me to keep them backed into the corner.
Okay, it's fucking beautiful. It looks great. You're swinging it in. They weren't expecting it. They're cornered. I'm gonna jump up to you. I've got names already. Joe, where you are. Some of the people are like, "You fiend!" and like some old lady starts trying to bash you with her bag.
I'm moving, and at this time let me see. Is there any way for me to actually apply an environmental tag?
Move intention.
Okay, I'm going to move with intention. I'm dancing around her. She's hitting me, and I'm going to move in such a way that the light from the spotlight, I'm going to knock the spotlight spinning, and the light from the spotlight is going to spin round and basically catch all the rhinestones on the back of my jacket.
Okay.
Shed light all out into the room and dazzle people everywhere.
Okay, I think if you want to dazzle the room, let's do it.
And that is 10.
Okay. Oh, well, in that case, pick 2.
In that case, then I will add the environmental tag, dazzled.
Dazzled.
And I will. I will also add another environmental tag to everyone on the ground floor, which is distracted as a big bright flash comes down.
Okay, I'll take it. Bam. However, in you doing it, you did not pick safe from attack. The light catches you, but you also go tumbling off the top of the edge of the building. Not the building, the top floor. And now you're hanging on a metal lantern by your coat on the second floor.
Okay.
And that's where you're up. Finally, down to you, Tomo. No, Kyoshi, what you doing?
Kyoshi is kind of right now, how do I capture all of those people without damaging any of the precious artifacts? Yeah, let's talk them down. So she like grabs this lantern and like changes its shape to like this like thing, that tube that enhances your voice as you speak. And she like says, "Unknown assailants, you have attacked this wonderful Galleria of Fire Nation in the district of Wandering Stars, which is under my protection, Yoshi protection. Surrender now, and you will face a trial instead of my wrath."
I love it. Act dishonorably.
It's so wonderful.
It's the point eventually where we actually discover that these lanterns are ancient artifacts of the Fire Nation heritage.
No, I'm not doing that. That's
After
coming
he's destroyed all of them.
Yeah, it's a 7 + 1. It's an 8.
All right. So on a 7, 8, and 9, they might not get what you want, but you've pushed them to escalate a counter proposal, flee in corridors, or provide what they think you want. I'm going to say the escalate a counter proposal. They do not want to surrender. So at this point, you see quite a few people on the top floor, on the second floor, because they're not dazzled and distracted. Some of them reach out and start grabbing any kind of artifact they can see, just start ripping it off the walls because shit's getting wind. They need to get the hell out of here. The people on the ground floor start trying to rush for the terracotta monster. And they start to fight people. Of course, Ryan's like, "No, wait, don't go for them." Fucking bash him away. It's like, "Ah, I'm an NPC." And there's that start running there. One of them actually managed to grab it. At this point, there's someone at the very top like, "Guys, get me down from here." And you see a man's spinning on the center of the room, up on the 3rd floor, just in a circle. We're gonna cut to Tomo.
So I've waylaid these three, but
the rest are going for the terracotta monster.
Right, which is a priceless artifact of our people.
You'll be fine. You don't need it.
How do I? I think I need to knock out these 3 so I can go after the others.
All right. In that case, you've already put them in the right position. Freaking commit open violence.
Yep, I am using this lantern, on a chain as a big rope dart, and I'm gonna
do it.
Bunk them. 7 plus something, 2, 9. So 7, 8, 9. Choose 1. Don't tag them. I'm left in dissemination here. Left open to their counterattack. I think I'm gonna say I'm left in. So don't tag them means I basically don't do any damage, right?
Yeah, it means you don't do any damage. Nobody wants that. Nobody should pick that at any time.
Well, the other ones are always bad too.
Oh, it'll be fine.
I'm gonna say I'm left open to counterattack.
Excellent. All right, so you swing.
So I will tag them.
You swing your thing and you smack them. What do you want to tag them with? Don't say unconscious because that's rubbish. God damn it, everyone says that. What would you like to say tag them with?
Entangled.
Oh, I'll take it. You wrap it around them in a really cool wireful way, and by the time you pull it out, they're hog-tied, all 3 of them, and they're down. So you're mostly all right. However, Oh, you're left open to a counterattack. But what they're doing is, however, as you move, basically to go ahead to leave them from where they are, one of them actually reaches up the rope and wraps it around your sword, pulling it off you. Leaving you to a choice. You can go get the terracotta monster and save that from the other people, or you can come back and get your sword.
I'm going to have to get my sword because it's also a priceless artifact of my people.
Yeah, but what's more priceless?
Specifically mine.
Or the amazing,
mine.
incredibly expensive terracotta monster?
I mean, they both have value, as gallery, as objects in this gallery. I think the terracotta monster is a little more well known.
If you lose that, that's an incredible, massive slight on the Fire Nation. I mean, you can try and bring your family back, but what are they going to come back to if they don't have the artifacts that made them who they are?
You're just you're metagaming and trying to make me make the bad choice, aren't you?
Oh no, I always do this to the choice you don't pick because it's way more fun that way.
I would stick with my sword. It's the personal honor that after all, it was given to me by my late master. I must keep it.
Getting it back won't be hard, but by the time you manage to get it back, those 4 people have grabbed the terracotta monster and now they're just looking for a fucking exit. They don't care. Jump up to you, hanging up there, Joe. Uh-oh. Of course, Joe, you're muted.
Yep, I know. I just caught that. So I'm hanging there, and my jacket's caught on the actual lantern. I look down. Oh, this ain't good. I will unbutton the jacket one at a time. I'm getting to the last one, and I shout, "Oh, save me, Hong! Save me, Hong, the squirrel hound!" And I'll unbutton the last one and basically let myself drop.
All right, us.
I put in total trust in my partner.
Stand. Oh wait, do you have a move that signifies that?
No,
stand fast.
No, I don't. But
in that case, stand fast.
But I do have a move that allows me when my partner, when the animal and I are working together, pack mentality. I get to roll an additional roll, which is plus its animal, and if that's a 7 or more, I can choose to use his result rather than mine.
Okay, I'm down.
So my result, stand fast, will be a 6.
Okay.
His result will only be an 11. So I fail totally. Squirrel Hound saves me in this instance.
Describe how it does it.
So I'm falling, and there's just a and literally the squirrel jumps out, and it's obviously a gliding squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
So it jumps out and it glides past, and I grab its tail as it's going past, and it basically flings me up. It pulls me over towards the first story balcony.
Excellent. That's the only exit at the moment anyway, so you're pretty safe over there. You can add 2 things to the scene. You can either be safe from imminent attack or anything else you want to do. And you can do anything else because you got 11.
Okay, I will be safe from immediate attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I will close that last door.
All right.
I will make the room sealed.
I can't give you sealed because you don't have any way of sealing the door, but I can give you guarded.
Okay, I'll take that then.
Right, let me submit that, and boom! Wow, this room is full of tags. I love it. Okay, Kyoshi, you can see the 4 guys that have grabbed the terracotta monster, and the other guys at the top who are grabbing things are all making a beeline for that door that Joe is standing in front of.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure which one of the 4 guys has the monster, because like they'll all put it under, all like huddled under the shirts, and they're just running around.
I'm not sure if Kyoshi really knows which artifact is more precious. it's just the number count. The guys on the balcony have more artifacts than just one. So she like tries to like get there on the first floor, just like jump on one lantern, jump on someone, jump on the second lantern, then just like jump on the balcony so to pull herself up just in time to catch those guys that are running for the door before they reach, so that Joe has to deal with only one group.
I love it. I don't think it's move of intention, because I think getting there is just a basic level, because you're not trying to get a position of strength, you're trying to get to them. So directly go to commit open violence.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Yeah. Reroll selected. It's a 7.
7's not bad. 7's pretty good. I think 7's pretty good.
Yeah, I would like to use this cool mechanics with giving you back the chi that I earned. Just the question that they get any chi from earlier about my bold being stubborn and dedicated and not telling anyone about this raid.
I already gave you that. Yeah, I gave you that chi for that. So you can give me that to level, because you can spend it on a tag, which in this case can be distracted or guarded or dazzled or metal lanterns or block side doors, basically to say you level up your thing to 10.
Yeah. So basically,
do it.
So basically, because they are so dazzled with all of these things, with all this like fire show going off, and they just like don't see me coming, so I just like knock them, and we have this like a cool anime scene where I just like knock one guy, catch this vase, put it on the ground, then just like knock the other guy down, like catch this painting and put it carefully down on the floor. So I would like to put on this guy's like you don't like knocked out, so I don't know. Like,
I don't mind as long as you make it a fun version of knocked out, not just like unconscious, because unconscious is fresh.
Yeah, I don't have anything to like. Yeah, once they are like on the floor, I will put attack on them like
apprehended.
Yeah, apprehended, because they probably have something metal. I just like make it like cut. I just like make this metal like around their legs so that they cannot like run out. So like
nice. You take out, I would say 4 more from that point. You only have like maybe like 6 more people left to go, guys. You can do this. You're almost there. And Zelly is taking care of the ones outside, so you're all good. Okay, with that done, let's jump and Gavin gone. Let's jump to Steve. By the time you retrieve your sword and look back up, the downstairs part is cleared out. They've grabbed the terracotta monster and they're somewhere up on the first floor. Oh, second floor. Oh, God damn it, Lloyd. English. Okay. The second floor, aka the first story, is where they're at.
Okay. Well, I obviously need to get up there and stop them. And I'm sure I can find something to use as a foothold to jump up there.
There's tons of metal lanterns lying around.
Yeah, tons of metal lanterns. I assume candelabras and stuff like that too. And I think maybe I use one as sort of a pole. I use one of these candelabras, one of these, tall, torches, as a like pole vault to, get up to the second floor.
Okay, so because they're already in combat with Kyoshi, I'm gonna say you can definitely make a move of intention this time.
Okay.
Because they're distracted, you can put yourself in a position of strength. So make the roll.
So that's 9.
Jesus Christ, you guys are just too good at this game.
Is that a 9? It could be an 8. It's an 8.
It's the same result either way.
Yeah, same result either way. I'm going to.
Are you going against the guys who are escaping with the precious artifact?
Yes, on the second floor balcony, or sorry, the first floor balcony.
Yeah.
Towards the door.
Yeah. Can I like jump in and provide you with help?
Yeah, you can. There is a help mechanic.
Yeah, even though you don't respect me.
Do you? I almost got yeah. Oh, Tomo, do you respect Koshi?
Oh no.
Oh, in that case, yeah. Roll 2d6 with nothing.
Yeah. So after I like dealt with these guys, I see him like getting to engage them, and then just like jump in, and I'm trying to like help him like that, so that we can double team those guys. Like he knocks them from up above. I like knock them out from up below. At least that's what I'm imagining. We'll see how this will
It's
go.
gonna be great. Just roll successes and your problem solved.
Nope. I'm getting some chi back. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So let's finish the roll over there. You only get to pick one, Steve. So what would you pick for yours? And I'll do what happens to you in a minute.
I wanted to. If I added a tag, I would just be taking out a few of them, I think, or.
Yeah, you can use a tag to take a few of them out.
Yeah. I'm gonna add a tag for pin, because when I leap up there with this, large, lantern on the end of a pole, I land, on top of it, on the backs of a few of them as I, spring off of them.
Nice. However, as you both swing there and you land, and Tomo, you come in, not Tomo, Kyoshi, you come in and like roundhouse kick one from the top to knock him out as well. There is this sound of build-up, like, ah! And both of you are not quite sure, but then you turn your heads towards the wall. The wall itself suddenly breaks open, and this giant rock of a man comes charging in. So wearing like the waiter's uniform, but just a bow tie bit. Because a big guy, he just comes charging in. You two are directly in his path, and he swings his hand and smacks you both. Both of you, please stand fast. Actually, no, I'm not gonna give you stand fast. I'm just gonna hit you with it. He smacks you both, and you both take the winded tag. It's a Mao tag. As he basically whacks you both, creating an exit for the other guys to leave through, and knocks you off a few of the dudes on the floor. What's going on that you're on? You go tumbling off, and you land back on the first floor. Getting back up is easy.
Excuse me, where do we note the tags? Oh, here on us.
Yeah, right there on tags. It's like right something like there, I think. Yeah, back there you go. Joe.
Yo. So these people that were coming up the stairs have stopped and started going away from me.
Yeah, they're like, no, not going next to that guy.
So as they're going down the stairs, I'm going to grab a tray off a waiter, throw it on the ground, and I'm going to stair surf down towards them. I'm going to commit open violence, and as I go past, I'm basically going to be grabbing their. I'm going to be grabbing the back of their collar on their shirts and basically ripping the shirts off them as I go past.
All right, let's see it. Commit open violence.
So that would be a 10.
All right, it just happens. Your attack successful. Describe it away.
Okay, so I go down, and there's this one guy who's the last one there. I come down to the main floor. He's running away. I come up beside him, and literally, I just grab the back of his shirt, and as he's running, there's a tearing sound, and he's literally topless. As I'm holding the shirt as he gets away, I'm gonna give him the stripped tag.
Fortunately for our audience, there is a terracotta style man holding a flute, like actually in position at the right time. So just to help you viewers out your mental image, and he's like screams at them, and he runs the other way like embarrassingly.
I just stand there looking. Hey, come back!
All right. With the two of you down and you sliding in, a few of the guys are making it out. Some of them might have artifacts on them. But there's also this big, huge, humongous man who's just broken through the wall, who's ready to kick some booty in between all three of you and the exit. What do you three want to do?
I think as he busted in, some kind of artifact like a Fabergé egg was just like thrown in the air and is just still flying. And
Yes.
Kyoshi just like runs and jumps and tries to catch it before it smashes on the floor and like falls down this entire like level of one level down just to catch this because I promised I'd nothing.
I promise you, keep it safe.
Yeah.
Catching it is not a problem. You've been magically able to keep all the artifacts from getting a scratch, which has been really lucky for you until the right moment hits.
Mm-hmm.
So you're grand. I'm not making you make a roll for that. You can just about catch all of them. In fact, if you want to spend this turn making sure all the artifacts are safe, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I make an oath. Like I have to uphold my oath. It's the officer.
I think it's perfectly fair. Go for it. Which means it's 2 of you versus 1 of him.
Okay, so can I cut a little bit into extra there? He's going around putting things on stands, putting the artifacts back, and I'm going around behind him throwing the artifacts at this guy.
Because I'm throwing the artifacts at him while he's doing it. You know what? Yeah, sure, do it. Coming up in violence.
I'm not expecting to actually do any damage to this guy, but
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm gonna need to grab these artifacts before they hit him. So
no. You got 4?
Yes.
Excellent. So you're throwing them at him, and he's like catching them and handing them to people as they're running out. As this is going on, I mean, the 2 of you are like, "What are you doing?" As he's like just catching them and just handing them to people. I'm gonna give you the tag of villain. You have a villain tag. Everyone in there is like, this monster. What are you with? The people are the people are getting away with everything. I'm really sorry. I can't help you. You can't help you to help yourself. The waiters, the would-be 4 waiters are booting it and running away with the artifacts.
Out the same door?
You're going to chase after them?
No, are they going out the same door or are they going out different doors?
They're all going out the same hole. That
right.
bigger guy.
Let's see. What would the honorable thing be, to save the artifacts or get the guy who's menacing the crowd of Fire Nation nobles? I think it would be to get the guy who's menacing the crowd of Fire Nation nobles.
Which guy? Are you talking about Joe or the big dude?
The big dude.
Gotta be more specific. Okay.
I don't think Joe's menacing so much as just unconsciously helping them. Yeah, so I think like stand and fight.
He looks down. He's like, what kind of nation sends puny fire guy to fight me? And he grins as like flexes his muscles, and you see like he is built. He is thick. And he like flexes on and he looks down at you, and he's like, and as he's doing this, his fingers are cracking each time.
And I think that's when, I actually draw the sword.
And he's like, whoa. All right, you draw the sword. He looks about, and then he grabs one of the metal lanterns, and he bends it, and then breaks it in half, and now he's dual wielding this like broken lantern in both his hands.
And I'm going to leap at him. Let's
do it! Omit open violence. As you both enter this like freaking awesome like.
Oh yeah! Before I land, of course, there's multiple blows exchanged.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if you can Kenshiro him out.
Hopefully it's more than one, and not me flying back across the other side of the room. No, so that is a 11.
11. That is a hit. You get what you want, and your attack is successful. So, feel free to describe it.
So, I have the, scabbard and, sword both out. You know, and I'm using them to deflect the blows as I, you know, basically fly as he's backing up. And, you know, just before he gets to, you know, some artifact that I don't want to, you know, smash, I, you know, just, you know, lay the sword, you know, flat, you know, down on top of his head, you know, so it rings throughout the area. And I want to give him the tag stunned.
I'll let you take him out.
Oh, okay.
Because I think you drawing the sword and having a 1v1 fight is good enough so we can have an actual end to the scene.
Then I will say flattened.
He like has that bit where he like sees like avatar symbols flying around his head, and then he just falls over unconscious. The crowd are like, things start to quiet down. Officer Zelly busts open, like basically kicks open one of the like metal round doors, just boots it open. It's like, and he comes in, he's got like a few of his guards with him. And he's like, gentlemen, secure the area. And they start looking around like desperately trying to keep people up. And like, and arrest that guy as he points towards Joe.
Whoa, what did that guy do?
Everyone's like, you were the worst. We hate you. I hate everything about you. Arrest him anyway. As everyone starts just like booing you on the spot.
Whoa, what did I do?
Some guards come up and I basically rough hand you. And I'm going to end the scene there unless someone has something specific they want to do and cut to the next scene.
I am going to throw the shirt that I ripped off someone's back to Tomo and mouth, keep this.
All right.
I'm just wondering if I have to refuse, if I have broken an oath I've given to the officer that I should report it, that some artifacts got stolen, actually.
No, because the next scene was going to dictate that. I was going to just jump a little bit ahead in time.
Okay.
Because then the police are arriving, they're picking up the unconscious people, they're taking down the guy who's tied up at the top, who's really embarrassed about the whole thing. And we cut from all of this, and then we cut down to the three of you outside. There's like ambulances and stuff taking care of injured people. Ranga's like writing up the horrible things that happened. You can see Lady Rovak is like, I'm so surprised that our wonderful precious artifact was stolen. I don't know why. What a shame. What an absolute shame. And she's like crying little tears. And she's like, make up, please, darling. It's better. Absolute shame. Absolute. And she's looking really bad. But we cut to Officer Zelly looking at the three of you, and his arms are folded. And he's taking a deep breath. And he's like, so let me get this clear. According to witnesses, you, Koheshi, knew there was going to be an imminent attack at the gallery, right?
Yes, Officer Zelly.
And you're vouching for him that everyone says is responsible for the loss of some of the most precious artifacts of the Fire Nation. He says, pointing towards Joe.
I asked Daijo to come with me and help me stop this act of crime because I knew I might need some help.
And he's definitely not in on it.
Yes.
And where does the swordsman come in?
I was defending the theft of my people's artifacts.
But your sword is still perfectly intact, right?
Like, a man doesn't let go of his sword.
He leans back and he looks at all three and he's like, well, I can't say you didn't help. And he looks over at the edge and he's like, I should send all three of you home after spending the night answering questions and doing paperwork. But to be honest, I now have 3 different nations' representatives, all from 3 different families, breathing down my neck, hoping to recover back anything that they've lost. Did anyone see where the terracotta monster went?
Yeah, it went out the hole in the wall.
Can you confirm that?
Is it there?
We have not found it.
So, how many other ways were there out at the time?
He looks at him and goes, "Are you trying to be funny, Joe?"
No, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
The terracotta monster is one of the most fabled items from the Fire Nation. It's an entirely new lost set that has not been recovered since the volcano hit. Once this news hits the town, we're going to be under a lot of pressure. I need you to be more specific. Until I get this item back, I cannot have you people leave my sight.
Okay.
Since we don't have it, are you saying that we cannot go after the ones who've taken it?
All three of you are citizens. Why would you go after that?
It is an artifact of my people.
Your people can take care of it. We're the police. We're more than capable of handling such a thing.
Oh, yeah. Actually, my assistant. Hey, don't roll your eyes at me, boy. I'm here to help. In fact, I'll take out my business card, hand it over. In fact,
he looks at it and he's like very begrudgingly picks it up and just looks at it.
In fact, I've been hired by certain parties who own the terracotta monster to cover situations just like this.
Which member that owns the terracotta monster?
I was hired on behalf of the previous owner by Miss Rovak.
Miss Rovak?
Yeah.
Of the River Serpents?
I don't know her last name.
All right. I'm sorry, could you come at me again one more time? You're telling me that Miss Rovak, the last known member of the River Serpents to still operate in the city, is the previous owner of the terracotta monster.
And that's what she claimed. Yeah. In fact, she had a lovely little statue that was apparently just like the real one. It broke though, so you know it happens.
Why did you? Okay. All right, fine. Well, she can also wait until the police are done with the investigation.
Well, yeah. You say that you can't let me out of your sight, but I'll come up to him, put my arm on his shoulder.
Don't touch me.
I got a better offer. I got a better offer. You see, people think me a great fool. They really do. But
I don't know where they get an idea from.
But I'll stick my hand out to Tomo for the shirt that I threw him earlier.
Which I hand him.
But you see, I've always wanted to be a police officer. I always wanted to stand there and protect the citizenry and do everything else. But there's something I didn't have that you guys did. I couldn't shape, but there's something I had that you didn't. And I will hold the shirt down to Hong, the magnificent squirrel hound, to sniff. No, I had a pet dog. Go, boy! And I'm going to use his hunting move to be able to actually try and track down...
Roll!
There is method in my madness.
You're a method in madness.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so long as you have some recent physical link to your subject, you may spend 1 chi to find them, though it may not be fast or stealthy. I appear to be missing a chi, though. Bollocks.
Oh, well, maybe if you fail some more rolls. So you can't actually do that move?
Do you get chi for failing rolls?
Yeah, and also for doing your...
Oh, then I got a chi for rolling the 4.
Yeah, boom, done.
I'll spend that then. Okay. So yeah, Hong, the magnificent squirrel hound, will run off following the scent.
Okay.
Be right
He
back
looks
later.
over after you. Go on.
I'll be right back in a little while. Come on, guys, and I'll start running off after the hound.
You're about to start running off, and Zelly reaches a hand and he stops your shoulder. He's like, "Not so fast."
We do the comedy thing of I'm still running, and he's actually just holding on.
And he's like, he looks down, he looks around, and he looks over all three of you. Then he stops, looks over, and goes, "Kyoshi, can you vouch for this man?"
Yes, Officer Zelly.
One of you, please speak honorably. Any of you can do it.
I'll do it. I won't do it very well, but I will do it. Oh, that's an 8.
Okay.
And I would like to help because I am vouching, so I'm also involved.
Yeah, sure, roll it. Please
Yeah.
fail.
Don't forget, you respect me though, so you get +2 to the help roll.
I think it's the other way. I respect you.
Yeah. No, he has to respect you for you to get a +2. Not the other way around.
Okay.
So yeah, you get nothing.
I think he respects me because only Tomo doesn't respect me from my backstory.
Oh, in that case, yeah, roll it.
So you should maybe note it down. Okay, reroll, and I will add 2. Yeah, box cards.
Oh, well done.
Motherfucker. All right. He looks at you. Okay, I won't do what I was going to do because that was way too good. He looks at you, and then he reaches into his pockets, and he throws you a badge. It's like a mini deputizing badge, and it has his logo on it. And he goes, "The sun rises in 5 hours. You have 5 hours to solve this case. After which, I'm taking you off it. I'm taking that badge away, and you will never have another chance to become a police officer again."
Thank you, Officer Zelly. I'm on it, and then just bow and start running up to the dog.
And he looks over at you, Tomo, and he's like, "I take it you're going after them because you want to keep your family member stuff safe?"
I nod. If you permit it.
Go on. I can't believe I'm doing this.
And I quickly run after them and the yapping squirrel hound.
All right.
Because if the squirrel hound doesn't yap, it has to.
Yep. So we cut scenes, and before we continue, how's everyone doing? Everyone doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's
Have a good
amazing.
time?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I never had such a good time. I never laughed so much during a game. It's like amazing.
Wow, dude. Okay, I don't know. Okay, hold up now.
That's
Not that-
Lloyd for you.
Damn. I
Quit
wish.
buttering him up, though. His head's getting bigger, and I could use a few minute break. So
Right. 2
Okay.
minute break, guys. Go.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll come back and round this up.
Hey, Steve, box cards is the expression you say when you roll 2 1s, yes? Or 2 6s?
2 6s.
Oh, I used the wrong expression for Lloyd. So how do you
Roll
call
2 1s? 2 1s would be Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes. Oh my god, yeah, I have to say him because... yeah, I'm not native. I just like sometimes don't get this. I was so excited.
I believe we might say water under the bridge at that point, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring it up and see if he does something crazy when you get back.
All right, guys, I'm back. Ready to continue?
Welcome back.
Well, welcome for him to come in and we'll kick some booty.
You missed an interesting question while you were gone.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not native. I used the wrong expression. I rolled 2 1s and not 2 6s, and I said box cards, which I completely said wrong.
Oh.
And I clarified that meant Snake Eyes, not box cards.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Mistake of expressions. I'm very sorry.
Which means you didn't succeed.
Yeah.
He only got a 6 high, which means I can probably change that.
Actually, no, it was still a...
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
he got 7 to 9.
Yeah, there's a middle success and a fail on my part.
Okay.
In the future, I'll be just saying the result and not the expression, I think.
It's okay. I'm all right. Okay, cool.
Now he's just made it worse.
I can
see it in Lloyd's eyes.
I haven't done anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's up to you. It's obviously that she can track this badge and appear to steal all the glory. But yeah, just clarifying that we are still in a place where we can clarify stuff.
And by the way, Lloyd, it's not actually night here. It just happens to be cloudy and dark.
I hate you.
7 o'clock.
I hate everything you stand for. You are the worst Ohioan I know.
You know, luckily I don't stand for too much, so.
I thank God for that. So where are you getting? Let's do this. I need to finish this up.
Yeah, it's
okay. Yeah, I know what I'll do. Right, got it. Box cards, not box cards. Snake eyes.
Yeah, I mixed it as well.
No, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Any second now, Getting will turn up. So I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna not jump directly to you guys finding the place.
Okay.
Any second now. I said 2 minutes, Getting. What could you possibly be doing over there? Get your ass to the goddamn. You can't. No, don't do that because he's going to watch this later and he'll hear my horrible cries. Also, I can get rid of all these tags because. Oh God! Don't delete them accident. There. Oh, gone. Delete.
Yeah, and how do we remove tags from our characters?
You have to spend time doing things to remove them. So if you're all winded, I don't see why he can't remove winded. He can't remove villain because we still think he killed him. He's everything else. But you guys can't remove remove winded right now because like it's appropriate for it to be gone. There's no like there's mechanics for removing things, but if things that's like mild, you're like, oh, I'm a little bit winded. Oh, well, okay, I'm not winded anymore. I'll go home. As long as the plot allows it, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, as opposed to like broken leg, can't just remove that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, gentlemen. There's a
You
reason.
will be.
There's a reason I'm not running tonight, and the reason is food poisoning.
Tasty.
I'm sorry about my elongated absence.
It's cool.
No
We still love you.
problem.
Anyway, what have I missed?
All right. There was a little bit of mistaken thing. I'm gonna retroactively say something else. I'm gonna say you have 24 hours to find this. What's called find the person. Find the artifacts and bring them back.
Okay.
You start to begin your search. Unfortunately for all of you involved, going to the city is exhausting. You are going through for pretty much most of the night. You move slowly, stop, check the tracks, move on, stop, check the tracks, move on, stop, check the tracks. Your squirrel is incredible at his job, but he also moves at a pace faster than you guys. And for you to keep up, you need to be strong. One of you taking the lead needs to roll me a stand fast.
Well, these are my artifacts, so I will do so.
Do it. Show me what you got.
For the honor of my people, don't roll ones. 8.
All right. If you keep this up, you are not going to have the energy to deal when you get there. You have a choice. You can take a moment, catch a breather, get some rest, and continue later in the day. Or you can keep going, soldier boy through it. Everyone takes a tired tag for their medium tag, and you guys move on.
I mean, I know what my decision would be. But I looked at my compatriots. Do I think they can keep up?
Whew. Where is this truck? Let's keep going. Yeah.
At which point you turn to look at Daijo, and he sat there in the back of a rickshaw and going, "This is terrible. This is terrible, man. Oh, I haven't worked this hard in ages."
They're not inspiring confidence in me. My soldiers both look worse for wear.
I say we carry on.
Yeah, let's keep going, guys. Yeah, let's keep going. I can do it. Yeah.
Like, by your honor, do you think this is the wisest course?
I have 24 hours to return to the academy. I will do anything it takes to return to the academy. Yes, artifacts. Yes. Joe, why did you throw artifacts at them? You had 1. You gave
Then we continue.
You get them 8 more.
Everyone, please
Sorry, I'm just going to answer that before you say that. Because 1 artifact is hard to find. 8 artifacts gives us 8 different directions we can follow.
A random person walking past is like, your logic makes no sense.
Besides which, they were carrying all those artifacts. They're obviously going to be slower running away. It makes perfect sense.
No, doesn't make sense.
And Joe will stand up in the rickshaw, turn around and shout, "Yes, it does if you think about it."
Everyone,
tired.
please mark a tired on your medium tag. Until you sleep, it'll be that bad. So, you make your way over them. By the time you guys get to the area it's in, it is about it's about early morning, maybe like 10 o'clock. You realize that you've been slowly moving closer and closer to somewhere you weren't expecting. You are slowly moving closer to Cinder Hill, the area where the Fire Nation refugees have been hiding and keeping themselves safe.
Okay. Guys, I know this area quite well. I think I can get us through it. You see, I went to school here. I went to several schools here. In fact, I went to all the schools here. They eventually kicked me out of each of them. Said I couldn't learn for toffee, which is strange because I like toffee. But yeah, I can get us in there. I know all the safe routes. You got nothing to worry about. Leave it to me. I'm a local.
Joe, I trust you.
I'm only worried about them cooking your scorehound.
Oh, they love him. They love him. And I'm going to roll my move, which is the path.
Mm-hmm.
When you seek the way to someone or something you've been searching for, roll plus keen.
Okay.
And that would be a 3.
Okay.
Yay, I get chi.
You start to make your way in, carefully and quietly, through Cinderhill. And as you're going along, you start to spot them. The clothes the waiters were wearing are quite prominent in a few of the buildings. And you can see with your trained eye that people are coming about and whispering things to each other and being all secretive and being all quiet and stuff like that. And as you're going along, you spot that items are being displayed inside the shanty style, like broken down houses, and are being kept in really strange areas. It doesn't take you long until you realize that all the artifacts are here in the Fire Nation camp. Just by walking through it and keeping an eye on the secrets people are keeping, people have taken them and started burying them around the area.
See, I told you if I gave them more, it would be easier to find. See, my logic works.
Tomo, this is your nation. Why would they because those are like refugees from Fire Nation, yes?
Yeah.
And they're displaying them prominently?
Yeah.
No, they're not. Some of them are. Some of them are putting them at the back of the walls and being all cool.
Why would your people steal from the gallery that displays the treasure of your people and just put them in their houses?
Like, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. And I walk into the nearest house that has one of these artifacts to confront the inhabitants.
Excellent. It's a house owned by a young lady and her husband, and as they see you, they sort of cock their head unsure, but they notice your sword and they give you a quick bow. And they're like, "Oh, we haven't had a thing among our presents in such a long time. Please come in. Any food we have is yours to share."
Like, my thanks, but why do you have that? And I point to, a sacred crucible, of our people.
He looks up
displayed on the shelf.
Yeah, it's like a shield.
Yeah, we'll say shield. I meant crucible. But we'll say shield.
We'll say crucible.
Go with shield.
Shield with a crucible symbol on it.
Well, yes, fine. That's great.
Yeah. Don't challenge me. Shut up.
Yep. Metal shield, crucible on it.
Thanks. I don't know what happened. My brain went dead. It's late. Shut up. And they go, "Oh, please come in and take a look." And then you see that they built a shrine around it. And they're like, "If you would love, we would love someone of your stature to join us in prayer in front of the gift given to us by the great fire serpent."
Is the fire serpent what is the fire serpent to me?
The fire serpent is one of the entities that people tend to send their prayers to in the spirit realm, who governs over fire and the land within it. It said his anger is what started the volcano that erupted and caused all these issues to come up in the first place.
The shield was just stolen last night
Stolen?
from the gallery
What do you
in
mean?
honor of the Fire Nation artifacts. Where did you get this?
We woke up this morning and it was just placed in front of us like a free given up treasure. We thought it was just blessing because it contains our mark. And they take it up and you see that the family crest is on the side. This used to belong to our family generations ago. The fire servant must be happy with us. Everything done. Please come join us in prayer.
I will return. I must consult the elders on this.
They give you a short bow and then they go back to their what's called daily activities.
And I come out looking confused to my companions.
Tomo, what's the matter? You look perplexed.
For I am. The artifacts appear to have been returned to their original families in the night by the thieves.
So this was repatriation. Repatriation. That's the word I'm looking for, isn't it?
I understand your meaning. But I don't know by who. I don't know.
Approaching.
Excuse me, who was approaching?
Carriages.
Like I fear this could be a ploy in a bigger game. For there's definitely something else afoot. Could I observe the situation to see if I can gather insight?
You can after the scene.
Okay.
As you're finishing pondering what's going on, you can hear the carriage approaching, and as you turn around, you see it is the police force of Central City. They come riding in. I don't know why they're riding these carriages, they're driving the carriages. They come driving in. About you working like it's half the police force of the city have just arrived, and they arrive at Cinder Hill. Everyone gets directly out, and they look at each other like, and you see Zelly is there going, "All right, boys, let's get to it. Go, 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 go!" And they start basically going through the area, searching through people's stuff. You can already hear the screams and the protest and the crying and everything else. Zelly approaches you guys and puts his hands for it and goes, "Well, I wasn't expecting you guys to be this good."
Like, it seems you already know the culprit and did not
We had a tip-off this morning.
and did not need us.
We had a tip-off this morning that apparently all the artifacts were supposed to be here, and that this was all a secret Fire Nation ploy to get him out of the area. I don't really know why, but I have a job to do, so I'm here to pick them all up again. You can already hear people screaming and protesting and damning themselves to getting the items back and stuff like that happening inside.
Sorry, officer. Who actually owns these items?
These items are owned by what's called the Fire Nation, but the true owner of them all is... Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got that right in my head. These items have been donated by various artifacts and collectors across to the gallery. This belongs to the gallery, not to these people. As such, we need to take them back and ensure that they begin at the right price. If they want to claim, they can pay for them like everyone else is doing.
Officer, this seems a bit of a rough-handed way to do things.
Rough-handed is them breaking the law and stealing the stuff in the first place.
These citizens, these refugees, woke up to find these items placed in their homes.
Is that what they told you?
It is.
And how exactly am I supposed to believe that? That people just happen to randomly wake up and find these things lying next to them?
Like,
Officer, if
Like
these
some kind of
perhaps,
modern...
perhaps you need to look at the problem deeper.
He looks at him and goes, I will definitely consider it, but for now, I need to return these items.
That is
Yes,
the
I'm
right thing to do.
He nods his head towards you guys, and the people are still getting more and more agitated. Everything's be bad. There are a few scrapes and scraps hereby, but the police officers aren't stopping. Zelly's like, I'm just doing my job. He listens to you guys, and he carries on, and they start recovering the artifacts.
Okay, when I see them being particularly rough to someone, I'm gonna basically step in and try and intervene.
Oh, I like it. Roll.
What do you want me to roll? Is this actually move with intention?
Move intention.
Or stand firm?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, actually, stand fast seems more likely. Roll stand fast.
He says, offering his worst trait in the process.
just roll boxcars and we're grand.
Well, the boxcars again. No, I rolled a 6 this time and failed. So, yay, Mochi!
Yay! You come in the way. There's the couple that you guys saw before with the crucible shield, and they're like trying to protect. No, please don't take us away from us. We want this so bad. And this one's just trying to pull away from them, and they're stopping. And he like backhands the man, and he hits the ground. And then you want to get in the way? Go for it.
Oi, you! What do you think you're doing? I'm basically going to go over and basically stand between him and the people on the ground.
Just doing my job, kid. Get out of my way, kid. No, do my job, sir. Get out of my way.
No, I don't think so. You don't treat a lady that way. You don't treat an old lady that way. Are you okay, ma'am?
I was the guy that got hit. He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
No. I've not realized that, so I'm.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Are
The
you
guy's on the
okay,
floor and he's bleeding a little bit, like on his mouth. And the man holding the shield's like, I don't have time for this. And he turns around to walk away. And as you see the man bleeding out, you see a glint of metal, and he charges the police officer.
Okay.
The police officer stops as he hits him.
I'm gonna actually try and.
Yeah, fill the road, remember?
Yep.
As he hits him and looks back at him before hitting the ground, the bloody knife is still in his hand. The man has tears in his eyes. The other officers instantly react. They come onto him, pulling out batons that they milled out of the weaponry. They start smacking him, bringing him down. As they start smacking, bringing him down, the other people in the area see one of their friends being beaten up for absolutely no reason, and they grab stones and they start throwing it on the spot. It doesn't take longer than like 10 seconds, but almost out of nowhere, there is a full-on riot happening. Right then.
That's not good.
I'll be grand, don't worry about it. I won't be happy.
That sounds like quite a cliffhanger.
It does, but we're not ending there. Because we still got a little bit left.
I think Kiyoshi would like, if there is still, is the officer Zhani, is he jumping up into the frail and of giving orders, or is he still available to talk to?
No, he's backing his men out. He's like, fucking hell, mate, get the fuck out of there. Some shit's going down. He's not dealing with it. He's just grabbing people and getting them out. And he's like, take all the artifacts. You've got all the artifact, good. Get in the car, let's go. He's not staying. Pick up the officers that are injured and move. You can't, the last thing you want to do as an officer is to have your be in the middle of a riot and have your people just massacre an entire group of people, especially refugees. Nobody's ready for that.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't do anything, he'll put everyone in the car and he'll start leaving.
I mean, I want them to get out of there, so...
Yeah.
I suppose Kyoshi will support the officers, but also try to make them like don't hit people too much. Not sure how this is how that's possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure the officers get the safety without
I think
confrontation.
that's fair for both of you guys as you help
What's that?
in the office, and I would say both of you make me a move of intention to
Okay.
see how you affect and how the Fire Nation feel about you by the end of this.
Yeah, sure. Just taking my fluid 0.
Gannon, you're okay, right? I didn't mean to make you start a
No,
riot
no,
that
no.
could possibly kill hundreds of people. Or anything.
No. I
I assumed a riot was gonna happen anyways as soon as the police showed up.
I think I can work with this.
Okay, good.
Did you roll, Pavel?
Yeah, I have a 7.
I wasn't sure
7.
if the
All right, pick one from the
dice
list.
would be multiple selected. I have a 9.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah, I'm still feeling part of the police force, so I want to place a tag on a target. I don't know. Can I like put safe on the police officers? That's
Yeah,
what
I put safe on the police officers. The police officers are safe.
Yeah.
Protect the police officers over the Fire Nation people. That is what
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, that's at least from my point of view. Others are free to make other choices. Like,
How about you there, Steve? How you doing?
As I, raise up the sword to indicate that, I'm one of them, and rush back and forth, in front of the officers, I want to place the environmental tag, or regular tag on the rioters that they're, I don't want to say calmed, but,
Quelled.
yeah, quelled. I just want them to stop throwing rocks,
I think that's fair.
And I think my presence and, dashing between them, maybe they're afraid of hitting the, sword bearer.
I think with both your tags, you guys are able to get out of the way as much as you can. For ease of use, you're all in the carriage of Zelly, who's like wiping his brow, going, okay, that went a lot worse than I thought it would.
I think it was the intent of whoever placed these objects to force this confrontation.
He looks at you with his eyes burrowed, and he leans to his man and he starts to whisper a few things. Then he looks back and he goes, well, that's very strange. We recovered every single artifact that was stolen that day except one.
Let me guess. The terracotta monster?
That's the only thing that's missing from that list.
No. Well, that ain't good. That ain't good at all.
All right, guys. Now, before I continue, do you all have 30 minutes left? Or do you want to stop here?
I'm good to continue.
Because I can wrap this bit of the scene up, so that when Gannon starts, he can start fresh with just the things he wanted me to do, and then I don't leave him with cliffhangers I'm not explained. Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
All right,
good
let's
for
do
another
this.
30
All right.
minutes.
So, he asks you where you want him to drop you off. He needs to go to a police office and tell him what's going on. Like, he doesn't know what to do, whether he's going to quarantine the area, whether he can send in some people, some peacekeepers to talk it over. What he needs to do doesn't matter. Where do you want to go?
Before I go, Officer Zelly, I'm sorry for questioning you, but you said that you got a tip about the location of the artifacts this morning.
Yes.
And it all seems to have been, as Tomo pointed out, kind of like planned out to instigate this riots.
Yes.
Can I ask who gave you the information about the location?
Nizin. He's a local talkative that comes in. It's the same guy that told you about the map.
About this entire operation, yes?
Yeah, same guy.
Interesting. Well,
Where do you want me to drop you off? He says, as he like
yeah. What is our district?
Wandering Stars.
Wandering Stars.
All
That's
right.
That's right on the border with Cinder Hill. So the right in there is going to end up there eventually, quickly.
Well, then, if I were you, I'd go pack my bags. And he drives you up and he drops you guys over there.
We got to get people ready here. This place isn't. We got to get place boarded up and everyone off the streets. And
that's if it goes that right. Remember, that was a
Right.
small incident that happened. You
Right.
don't know where the consequences will be. You may have time.
We don't know what the long-term consequences are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kyoshi like takes out this badge that Officer Zelly gave her, and she like hands it over to him and says, "I've did my best, Officer Zelly, to assist you and to prevent as much of Fire Nation artifacts from being scratched, but there is still one missing. I'm not sure if I fulfilled my oath to you."
He looks at you and then he looks over and goes, I don't have time to look for that last artifact. Not after what just happened. Tell you what, you find it, consider our oath cleared. Keep the badge till then.
Thank you.
And don't overuse it. If I see you overusing that badge for something and planning property damage, I will come for you. And
Yes,
then-
officer. Yeah, yes, officer.
All right, guys, what do you want to do? Are you okay there, Garen? You're right.
I'm just trying. Obviously, as the person who wrote the setting, I'm trying to avoid using knowledge that.
Yes, don't use the knowledge that Lloyd doesn't know about the setting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, I believe we have to visit my informant. What was his name?
Mizzen.
Mizzen.
If he tipped him off, then
He's the
it
center of
seems
all
that he
this.
would be the first lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I can know where we can find him, and I can like question. Maybe he can give us some more information about the subject and what's going on. So.
No,
That's-
I think more than that. I think we need to be a bit more forceful because this smells of a setup. This really smells of a setup.
Yeah, and
I concur. Gotcha.
I swear we're going to get the answers out of him. In fact, I'm declaring him my white stag at the moment.
Wow, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let's do it.
So, one of my moves is I can swear someone to be my white, to declare my quarry to be my white stag, swear an oath to capture or kill them. I capture in this instance. You always instinctively know if your white stag is near, and while they are, you add +1 to commit open violence and move with intention rolls.
Wow.
So let's go and find him.
yeah,
All right, you know where he lives, so that's not hard.
Yeah, if he's clever, he's not going to be there though. But it's a good place to start.
Well, that's because it's quite interesting. Because you see, you guys didn't rest last night. You just powered through, which means certain things haven't happened yet. Which means when you arrive, you see there is a carriage sitting outside his house, and he is filling it with stuff.
Okay. I'm
That
gonna.
looks like a guilty party.
I'm.
Well, I tell you, everything's fine.
I'm gonna move with intention at this point.
Okay.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sneak up to the carriage and pull the pin connecting the actual axle to the carriage out, so that when he actually gets the horses to go, the horses go, carriage doesn't.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Let's do it.
So I will roll with fluid. He says trying to find the actual dice roller. There we go. And I will get a 8.
Okay, pick one. Environment attack.
So I will add a second. Move with intention. I'll place a tag on the target you're getting position on. And that tag is uncoupled.
Excellent. So you pull out the pin. He's like loading it up with all of his things, like it's a full-on carriage. And do you guys want to surprise him before he rides off and then accidentally crashes up? And then I can do the imminent attack afterwards?
Yeah, I suppose like Kiyoshi would like give Joe a moment to do what he's planning, and then would just like approach Mizzen and just like really loudly, you know, make her presence known until he notices her, and then just
those anime lines that come on people's eyes when they're like terrified. He has those lines on his face. Then he like slowly, like robot like goes. Ah! At which point he like fucking leaps over onto his thing. He grabs the horses and he goes, yeah! And they go, whoosh, and it goes, poof, and you see the horses just go. And he's like, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm just gonna stop praying now. Oh, Heavenly Father, please forgive my sins.
Mizzen, please.
At this point, I'm gonna hand in the pen. Here you go. You may need this.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. He looks at the pen like all of my hopes and dreams are gone forever. He just sits there like I'm just dead. He accepts his fate. He's like, this is how I die. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, how is it going for you? You're that Joe person, right? PI? Lives above the shop?
Yeah, I am. Quick question. Is there any part on you that doesn't hurt?
He slowly turns towards
and I even turn towards Daijo.
Daijo, okay. And then he slowly turns towards Kiyoshi. What, you break his neck, you said?
I basically crack my neck. It's a case of, and I take up the boxer stance.
Like,
obviously.
Okay. Okay. So I didn't sell you guys out. I swear. I was just paid a lot of money to go tell the police where the artifacts were after they stole it.
By who?
And who told you that this theft was going to take place in the first place?
Well, some of my boys. Some of my boys came to me because they had a contact, and the contact was going to make sure it happened. And then when she showed up, I figured it was going to be fine.
Okay. I'm basically going to take him at this point and bang him up against the wall. Throw him into the cart. Okay. Now, there's two ways we're going to do this. Unfortunately,
can we do it one way? The way doesn't involve me getting killed?
There are two ways we're going to do this. There's the painful way, and then there's the really painful way. Now, tell us what's going on, and I'm acting dishonorably here.
Okay, go for it. I mean, you don't need to. He's going to tell you everything you know.
I know.
like he's literally telling you the plot, like, as you're doing this. Okay, roll it.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was only fair to actually do it with the roll.
Go on, then.
And that's when I failed. No, that's when I get a 12.
Oh wow, that's lucky. Yeah, well, giving a face a rough. So yeah, he goes, all right. So the lady came over here. She's all nice and damed up, and she simply was like, she was gonna help us organize. So I got the boys together. We organized this whole thing happening, and then we were supposed to just do this thing, put the stuff where we're supposed to put it in the right houses, in the right places in Cinder Hill, and then just call the police and tell them to go find it out. I had no idea it would turn out to be this weird, crazy, insane thing. I know it'll be involving you people. I mean, I took my payment for it. She gave it to me personally.
Who is this woman?
The tall lady, hair over her eyes, really good legs.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I can answer that.
Everyone looks at you.
Rovak.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, Rovak.
Her name is Rovak, and she's one of the river serpents.
Well, look, listen. How about I just give you what she gave me as my prize?
Give us what she gave you.
And then she reaches down. He reaches down. And he grabs up what looks like the terracotta monster.
I'm gonna tap it.
You tap it. It sounds heavy.
Does it sound like terracotta or does it sound like clay?
It sounds like clay.
And
its eye turns yellow. And then it makes a very high-pitched sound.
I just like jump in, grab it, and throw it as far as I can.
You can, however. What was that?
I was going to say, this thing's made of clay. You can just earth shape it.
Yeah, you could do that. That's a great idea. Definitely do that. 100%.
Yeah, but I'm just like not. But if it's a bomb, I have no idea what can I earth shape it into what.
No, but you can throw it with earth shaping. So you can literally throw it up in the air and hold it up in the air, and so you don't need to throw it. You can basically use your magic. To it. Or you can surround it by earth or whatever to.
Oh yeah,
you should definitely earth shape it. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so let me give you the. So let me change the description. I'm just like grab in. I just like jump in, grab it, throw it on here, throw it on the ground, and then it's like enveloped by the ground and goes. No, it will create the explosion. Yeah, well,
roll off bending.
Yes.
I'm just a simple warrior. I don't know how these things work.
I just have a son, guys.
Yeah, it's up 10, so I think everything happens.
And everyone around me burned things, so I don't know how earthbending works.
You grab it, you do what you say, you put it down, it goes, and you hear underneath, and it shakes a little. And from your earth sense, you can, because you have earth sense, because like, fuck it all, you got metal bending. You can see that it's a really toxic, acidic smoke burst out, but you compress the earth around it and you keep the smoke from coming out. Which is very scary because it starts to melt the earth that it's touching until it equates and it stops. There was some powerful acid in that terracotta monster.
Like, it appears the person who paid you just tried to kill you.
He looks at that. He looks at you guys. With everything that just happened, he faints.
Maybe you need to turn yourself in before things get worse for you.
He fainted.
Like, then we need to turn him in.
I don't think we do. I honestly don't think that's the best way forward.
Why do you think so, Joe? I was just about to put him in jail.
Jail is great at keeping people in, but less so from keeping people out. And people in jail tend to have access to people in jail. If we put him in jail, I don't think he'd be safe.
But he's a criminal, and that's the honorable thing to do.
Well, we can leave him secured in his home, and we can try to move in on this lady that you know, because I think she might have the real thing, and my time is like running out to return it, to find it. I just have like half a day.
It's already late afternoon.
I just have like 6 hours to return this if I'm ever to
3 hours.
Need the police.
So let's
secure him in his home until we can hand him over to the proper authorities.
And let's find Miss Rovac.
All right, everyone, please gain upon a cheat, because I think everybody's powers and stuff, what's called chakras came through for that. And how do you intend to find Miss Rovac?
I'm going to go back to my office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the cigarette butt out of the actual tray.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to run it under my dog's nose.
All right. Let's see if you can do it. Make the roll.
I don't need to. I just spend a point of chi and
just do it.
I can find her. It may not necessarily be quick, though. Or go unnoticed.
True. You will be... Okay, so... Do you care about being quick, or do you care about taking your time? I mean, if you want to be quick, there's a way to be quick while doing this.
Joe, time's running out. There's 2 more hours.
I think we want to be quick. What about
All
you,
right.
Tomo?
In which case, because you have a flying squirrel, there is a way to be quick. If you take the rooftops of Central City, you can get to her on time.
Oh, rooftop chase. Yes, we got to do this.
Yeah,
Okay, who's leading?
Uh,
I will. Well, is that best? It's best for me.
I haven't told you what you need to roll for that, have I?
well, Mr. Waifu here has a bit of an advantage with it.
Well, the reason why is because this will be standing fast because you're acting under pressure.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
All right. Make the roll. Take the lead. There is no helping for this one, guys, because he's just doing it for all of you.
Okay.
Eight.
All right. Once again, the choice comes up. You can upgrade every single person's tired tag to exhausted and make it your highest tag. Or you can try and catch your breath and arrive at dusk. Dusk? Dusk, yeah. At dusk. If you take your time, you won't upgrade to that higher tag, which can be really bad later on because you're all exhausted and that'll affect in everything you do. But if you don't take, if you don't take time, if you do take your time, you arrive at dusk and you may have missed something.
I look to my compatriots again after their last show of tiredness. Like, can you continue?
Are we allowed to use fortune on this one or not?
Yeah, you can use fortune. I'll let you use fortune. No, you can't use fortune on this one.
Okay.
You're not taking it now. It's just an upgrade.
Guys, I need to be carry on playing. I need to be back. I'll be back in a few moments. Okay.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Kyoshi is just there, just keeping up after you, step after your step, jump after your jump, never
So-
looking at the watch.
So maybe this is the question. We can't spend chi on it because there's no tag, right?
Mm-hmm. There's
Right,
no
this
environment
isn't-
tag that counts as
Yeah, this isn't something that is tagged. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we need to. Yeah, let's take a break and we need to leave something for the next two sessions, man. So we obviously.
No, you don't,
something.
guys. Really, no, you don't need to do that. That's fine. You don't need to leave them for the next 2 sessions because I'm not running the next 2 sessions. If I was, I'd be like, yeah, you can do the next one. It's fine. I gotta wrap this up today.
Yeah, but Gordon might need something to continue us on since this is our characters connected on.
Well, this is just one battle in the in the overall plot. So
Yeah. I've
Could be
already hit my achievements that I was going to hit, that I was told to hit and leave you guys at for this. So I just
see.
need to get you to finish the plot so then I
you were
can move
given
on.
goals.
I was given Chivos that I had to hit.
Start riot in Cinder Hill.
Yeah, Kyoshi, yeah, let's take a moment because otherwise we will not be able to do anything once we get there.
You will miss something very important if you do.
See, I'm good for pushing on, but I think I would push on even if they stay.
Oh, you rebel! But it has to be an all or nothing. You can force them to push on because that's what you do. You're the leader.
I might force them to push on.
All right,
I am-
everyone
I am-
step up.
I am
looking to
intense
see.
and unflinching.
Nice. It doesn't take you long. You can see on the canals that run through Central City, there is a boat that sits on there. And that's where the squirrel stops. It is there's a 2-story boat, fairly large, and there's a bit of a celebration party going on it. You already recognize the people on the boat as the waiters that you apprehended, some that got away from your last encounter.
Encountered, okay. Any fancy looking people?
Wow, why don't you observe carefully then tell me?
Oh, you want me to observe carefully?
Yeah, that's what damn right when you observe carefully. Yeah, roll those skills you're not good at. That's
Oh yeah, I ain't good at anything. Observing wise. It's still a 7 to 9 though. It's an 8.
I'll take it. One question.
Um,
I have answers for all of them. It's great.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
yeah. I want to chip in. I want to chip in if I can help. And you're standing there observing, and I'm just like,
Actually,
pointing,
I can.
this person, that
Yeah.
person."
No, because you got a 7 on 8. If you got an 8, you can help, but on a 7, you can't help him to get any higher.
Hold on.
Because you're only getting to 9.
I'm only at -1, so that was an 8.
Oh, it's an 8? Oh, that is, yeah, you can help.
Yeah. So this person is about this, and the situation over there. I'll probably fail, but it will be interesting.
You're rolling straight because he doesn't respect you.
Yeah, it's an 8.
Okay. But you give yourself trouble in the process.
Yeah. But you get a 10.
I get a 10.
So ask
So I
him
got 3
questions.
questions.
Yep.
Who's in control here?
And there is a lovely shot of the people working their way up. And then you see the boat has stopped. And it's let its plank out. And a carriage has driven up. And slowly getting off the carriage and stepping on is Lady Rovak. That you two don't recognize, but Garrett and will when he gets here.
Oh, we see legs, and we can put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm. Those legs are fucking hot.
What do I need to do to be at an advantage here?
By her demeanor and the way she is walking, you can tell she's someone who quite likes. An advantage. No, let me see that. Get on the boat's not an advantage. That's not much. You can tell that if you want to find anything else out, you need to let her think that you know more than you're letting on. So if you find a way to bluff your way through, you might be able to get her to tell you where what's called the artifact is. What's your last question?
These two are always good. Let's go with what here is not as it appears to be.
A carriage drives up and it stops, and a figure gets off and slowly goes in. And as you look closer, let me rephrase that. A figure gets out of the carriage to go along with her, but they're wearing a full-on hood, so you can't see them. They move fairly slowly as they're going along. And as they do, you notice that the carriage that drives them in and drives them out belongs to the Thunder Clan.
Okay.
So there's her and a figure with a hood over its head. And a ThunderClan carriage.
Like that's a ThunderClan carriage. That appears to be the woman that your informant spoke of.
So, what do you think, Tomo? Shall I create an opportunity and you will get in?
I think I need to. I think it'd benefit us It seemed like we knew more. She might appreciate that. So we're at a boat in the canal. It appears to be Rovac. And then someone who was just dropped off with the ThunderClan carriage. And they're getting on the boat.
Okay.
And
It's a big boat. Not a
big
canal
boat.
Big boat. Yeah, it's a canal boat.
People on the boat are the waiters that we previously fought with.
You see about 7 of them.
And they appear to be celebrating.
Okay.
Well, sneaking upon a party is not my strong suit, but I'll do whatever I can.
Oh, also, by the way, Gerdon, step up your tired from mild, from medium to severe.
Okay. I was about to ask about that. Okay.
Yeah, severe exhausted. You two try and get on board. I'm going to confront her.
You've got to confront her on board, though. You know that, right? She's on board the boat. So
She's on the board of the boat already?
Yeah, she's
oh,
on
okay.
Yeah, everyone's on. Yeah, she was just getting on the boat.
Then let's get on the boat.
What's your plan? How are you going to get on the boat? And they're going to go quietly, you're going to be stealthy, going to break to the roof like, wah!
I will maybe get some. I can create some distraction for you. I think I'm good at it. But before I do, I need to know if I have proved that I can to bring Mafia to justice. No, I haven't yet done it. Yeah. No, then she would have said because I cannot do it. Property damage. Yeah, I can create some distraction while maybe you two can get on the boat.
The boat's going up the canal, isn't it?
Yes.
Are there any canal bridges over?
Yes.
Can we get to those bridges before the boat?
Let's leap on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whee! I love it. One of you take the lead and move with intention.
I'll do it. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. No, I've been doing that a lot. Kiyoshi, would you like to do it?
Of course.
Yes, definitely Kiyoshi. 100%. Do it, Kiyoshi. I believe in you.
Of course. Let's do it. You will just find a proper moment while the boat is floating. And...
Roll fluid.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay, on a 9, you get to choose one.
Environment attack, place attack on a target. I think as we are getting on the boat, it will be good for us to be safe from imminent attack.
I think that's great. However, you've not put a tag on the target on environment, so you're not going to be very stealthy if you don't put that tag on.
Yeah, what tag would that be like? I just don't think.
Environment tag. What's got a stealthy? You just go stealth.
Okay.
Roof. It's quiet.
Yeah. Let's do it.
But that means that you're not safe from imminent attack.
Yeah. Let's do safe. Let's do environment tags stealthy, and we are not safe from imminent attack. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys land on the boat on the top, completely stealthy, you hear someone go, "What was that noise?" You hear something? Not sure. Let's go check it out. And you see 2 guys like get on up and like Metal Gear Solid style start to basically come up to the roof to see what's going on.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to do my Great Albatross sound to basically try and convince them that I'm a giant albatross that's actually landed on the roof of the cabin that they're in.
Stand fast!
Unfortunately, the Great Albatross sound I know doesn't sound anything like a Great Albatross. But I still rolled an 11.
Slightly possessed seagull.
What'd you get?
An 11.
An 11. That's pretty good. All right, so you go, cow! Cool! And they're like, okay, that is definitely an albatross. One of us on the roof is fucking too scary to go up there. Have you seen the creatures of Valerian? I'm not fucking doing it. And they're like, yeah, they're struggling to get out of the way. You guys have got on board and you're stealthy.
Okay. I think we need to observe carefully to see where people are.
All right. Well, if you want to do that, roll.
Who would like to do that? Because I'm conscious of the fact that I'm suggesting things here, and I don't want to.
I am conscious of the fact that I'm about as perceptive as you are smart. So maybe the hunter should perceive things.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that we just did it. We just observed carefully.
Yeah, we can just observe carefully right now.
Okay.
So you know they're on the boat. You just need to move around. You need to get through the boat. So what I would actually say is, why don't you guys move with intention?
Yeah, and I think I'll take the lead on this.
All right. So what's the plan in moving intention?
What's that?
What's your plan when you move intention?
My plan is to get us so that we can walk out and confront her without getting waylaid by guards.
Okay.
Beforehand.
Make the roll.
Eight.
Pick one from the list.
Are we still stealthy?
You are stealthy, yes.
Okay. I think that would be safe from minimum attack.
So you're not going to place a tag on a target you're getting a position on?
Which tag actually gets me what I want is what I'm asking.
Well, you'll be like,
does it require a tag for me to get close, or
I would say you can put a tag on her, which either be like something like surprised or caught unawares or something like that. So then she's vulnerable, momentarily vulnerable, which would be a good time to catch her out. Or you can just pick safe with imminent attack. That's also fine. I don't mind that. I mean, if you want to go the boring route.
I want to go the boring route.
What a surprise! All right, so
because the goal was not to have the attack.
So you manage to get through, and you're going to the area. You hear what's called as you go about. You end at the top of the roof, and there's a big balcony area below you, and you can see she's sitting there, and she has a glass of wine in her hand, and a man sits opposite her, and that's the very first time since last night that any of you see Bureaucrat Wang. And he sits there and she's like, is it done? And she's like, yes, it's done. I have placed the things you wanted. It shall be as you wished. Do you have it? And he goes, yes, I do. And then he picks it up and then he places it on the edge of the canal. And he looks over and he's like, and here is your prize. Willing payment for what you've done, and I thank you very much for it. And she looks over at it and she's like, how nice. Shall we drink to this? Ching! She has a few guards around her, but you've caught her. What do you want to do?
What did he put on the edge of the canal?
The terracotta monster.
Edge of the canal or the edge of the boat?
Sorry, edge of the boat. My bad.
Yeah, okay. I was like, that would be awkward. They drive away and the things on the edge of the canal were stuck on the boat.
No! What do you want to do? You can see it. It's right there. It's right there. It's waiting for you. It's calling to you.
Yeah, I suppose like this is the last thing. I don't need to catch them. I just need to get this back to the officer. So I suppose just like Kiyoshi just like jumps down from the roof, grabs it. Well, I can't earthshape on a boat, so I just like run through the balcony, jumping off and trying to like get on the side of the ground.
Yeah, homeboy, I'm gonna need some roll with intention, move with intention with that shit.
Okay.
Of course, at least that's my intention.
You say you can't earth shape on a boat. What's it powered by?
It's like wood.
No, it's made of wood. But what is it powered by?
Probably an engine of some sort.
I have no idea.
Is it a steam engine?
We don't know.
Yes.
And what do steam engines normally operate off?
Water. No, I know.
Water. Fucking hell.
I get where you're going with this. Big iron engine.
All right. Move intention. What'd you get?
Yeah. If I get to the engine so far, let's move intention.
And possibly a paddle, which is probably...
Yeah.
I was thinking more with the coal.
Yeah, it's on the 8,
Ice
but
fire.
yeah, I'm willing to drop in a chi because we are stealthy. Still,
You cannot drop in a chi. Your stealth goes the second you hit the ground because you only picked imminent attack.
yeah, makes sense. So in this case, I cannot drop chi, so I can pick only one. Yeah. I'm putting a tag on the terracotta monster, like grabbed.
Yep, perfectly fine.
And I just like start running on the balcony and trying to
Stop.
get away.
Stop. You leap down and you rush and then you reach up and then you grab it. And as you grab it, both Rang and her look over at you, and almost in unison, a whip of water breaks through from the canal to whip you back while you're holding onto it. And as you do so, Wang kicks up the table, grabs the table, and basically tries to slam it into your back at the same time. Stand fast.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I'm good at. Stand fast is this cool solid stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an 8.
All right.
Wait.
Okay.
It's a 7. The dice works well, but yeah, it's a 7.
You can either take the hit and keep the terracotta monster safe, or dodge the hit but lose your grip on the terracotta monster.
Of course, I'm keeping my grip.
In that case, you are battered, B-A-T-T-E-R, and put it in one of your boxes of your choice. As they both like swing and move almost the same time, he like kicks up the table, grabs it, like his arms are quite buff, and he slams into your back as she whips out the canal water and like the water as a whip, and she smacks you as well, and you go sliding back, but you still got it in your hands. The guards suddenly get up, and they all like are wondering, and they're grabbing weapons again, like out of surprise. And she stands up, and he stands up, and they both look down, and they're like, "You again?"
And that's when I jump down.
3-point landing. The 7 dudes are like, "Oh shit!"
No. This is martial arts. No 3-point landings.
Oh, okay. Oh.
They're much more graceful than that.
Oh, okay.
This is barely touching the floor as you actually land.
Yeah, and I as I sort of like like hop down on the edge of a chair and then step down. So I actually like landed on the back of it, and I stepped down like.
They both turn towards you, like she like straightens her hair. He like cracks his neck.
Like. You both will pay for your actions. We've already notified the police of your endeavor here. Stealing the artifacts, starting a riot, and making off with the terracotta monster.
Act dishonorably.
$10.
All right.
Oh, what does this do? On a grader, they need to choose whether you give in or face your wrath. Like,
she looks over at this whole thing happening, and she has a smile on her face, and he's like, Rang is like, "How dare you come here and accuse me of such horrible things? Who do you think you are?" And he's like, "I believe he thinks he is right." And she sits down. And she like grabs her glass from the side and she lifts it up, and the juices come all the way back into it again. And she's like, "I think he's perfectly right." And she takes a sip. "I think that you two should probably fight this out. Man or a man. Whoever wins can keep the terracotta monster. My work here is done." And Rang looks really like angry and stuff like that. And then he chooses to face your wrath, so he charges you. But she takes a step back and she starts to watch. What are you doing up there, Joe?
I will quietly drop down beside her with Hong at my side. I will pour myself another glass and I'll sit down next to her and go, I decided to change my mind about that breakfast appointment.
She looks at it and she goes, unfortunately, you're far too competent for that order to come into through. It's been revoked. I hired you because you were supposed to fail, not actually track me down.
How can I leave a lady wanted? Could you do me a favor? I'm gonna hand her my glass.
She takes it.
Then I'm gonna punch her in the face.
Go for it. Roll. Commit open violence.
Yeah, commit open violence. And that's a 11.
Okay, wow, 11. I can't stop that shit. Now, the problem, right, is that I can't use your tags against you to lower your difficulties. Because if I could do that, I'd be like, yeah. But I'll find something to hit. So, yeah, what tag do you want to put on
her? What tag do I want to put on her? I'm going to put on her stunned.
Okay. So she's stunned. She like steps backwards, and she gets off her chair, and like she looks down, and she's dazed, but she looks pissed. And she her head is spinning a little bit, but she's like. And then we're gonna cut to you with the terracotta creature. What's called monster in your hand? What are you doing?
Is there any metal things on this boat, or is it only wood?
Tons. There's rivets and shit.
Yeah, so now that I secured the monster, and there are still these guys who will be interfering with our business, I just touch the balcony metal going left and right, and I just just want metal to wrap around this guards and just make that this will be a showdown over here between only 5 of us, not all these meaner guys.
All right, let's see what you can do. Roll metal bending.
Yeah. Wow, it's 11.
You guys are really too fucking well. It's annoying me. Stop failing more.
It's
all right, 11. What happens?
I can put a tag on a target as well as on the environment, and anyone taking advantage of the environment tag gets +1 to their roll. So I suppose on a environment, what would be an environmental tag? Maybe environmental tag would be a metal cage.
Hey, broken bow. Break the bow in half. Break the bow in half.
Sinking, I think is what he wants to say.
Yeah, why not? Sinking boat sounds like kind of fun. So
I love it. It's great. Yeah. It's a great tag.
So yeah, the boat is sinking, and but yet it's just like anime. People are not really often dying here. It's all of those waiters are just wrapped on the wrapped in metal and just thrown on the solid ground, so that they don't die, because it's anime. People don't die here often. So the waiters are captured.
You mean they're not wrapped in metal and pushed overboard? That's good.
Yeah. I'm a police officer.
Why?
I'm a police officer. I just deliver them to the justice. I don't kill them. At least
exactly.
I'm trying not to be a vigilante.
Okay, so you tie them up. You break a boat. Nice.
Yeah, so the boat is listing.
Boat's listing. The two of you are fighting. He sees you there, and he reaches up and he pulls out this whip. That's to you, Tomo.
Yeah.
Rang pulls out this whip, and then he whips it once, and as he whips it once, he breathes deeply, and a flame runs around it. And then he comes for you. What'd you do?
I want to leap out of the way and you take advantage of the listing boat to hopefully throw him off balance.
All right, move of intention.
$10.
Piece of crap.
I
Pick 2
want to be safe from imminent attack.
Yeah.
And place a tag on him. Can I say sliding overboard?
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So he starts to go, whoa, and he's trying to get to you, but he can't because he's moving slightly. And you see him basically lean back. So he throws his whip to hook on to stop himself from going overboard. And that's what he's holding on to come up. Meanwhile, what's called Rovak versus Joe.
Yep. So I'm there in the boxer stance. Sorry, boxer stance.
She looks at you.
He's a crap boxer, so
She looks at you. She looks pissed. She cracks her neck. She takes off her hat. She flicks her hair to the side. Now she flicks her hair to the side. What's on the ground? The boat itself, the whole boat starts to ice up. Then she takes a deep breath. And then she pulls out her hands, and her hands become like water whips. And then she straightens them, and they become fucking straight razors on her hands. And then she lifts them up, she points them towards you, and she fires them like freaking bullets.
Okay. And I will duck and weave and
stand fast.
Duck and weave, and I'll the table that was knocked up beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I'll basically kick that as I'm going by and flip it up in the air to land in front of me and actually take the ice bolts.
Double like it. Stand fast.
So that would be a 3. So I kick the table up. I totally misses all the ice bolts and they come through.
They go right in this. Yeah, you kick the table and you put it up, but it slams through the table and one of them jams in your shoulder. You're now exhausted and stabbed.
Okay.
You are not looking great.
Well, I didn't to begin with, so.
That's fair. All right, so let's start cutting this all the way through. So, Kayoshi, everyone around you is either taken out in a nice way, so you can get away with that. But 2 problems. 1, your friends might be in trouble. And 2, the boat is icing up. You can't move. You're slipping everywhere.
Oh, sorry.
Your microphone is also muted. Okay.
Yeah, that was the biggest issue on the table. Yeah. Well, I think I will not destroy the environment if I create a bridge from the edge of the canal. So, but I have to get there. So I suppose I have to jump off the boat to get to the edge of the canal, and then I can hit the ground hard with my feet and
stretch out a bridge.
Yeah, a rocky.
I love it. Move intention. Let's see you do it.
It's such a useful move. It's a 9. So I suppose I only pick that I create an environmental tag called Rocky Bridge.
Rocky Bridge is perfectly fine. The only problem is as you leap up and you land and you start to make the bridge, you also fall backwards and you would fall in the water. Don't stand fast. You fall in the water. You're drenched.
What does it mean, drenched?
You're just covered in water.
Okay.
Yeah, you're soaked in water. It's a British word.
Yeah, you're soaked. You're soaked. Easy enough. You create the bridge, but you fall in the water doing it. You can just swim out. I'm sure there'll be no consequences whatsoever for that.
Yeah. Well, it's almost the end. Let's drop the fortune on this. I almost fall into the water, but the rocky bridge. But somehow the earth I managed to grab the edge and just pull myself up. I'm going to bet a fortune on this.
I'm also going to make you regret spending your fortune for that later. Don't you worry. Okay, so. All right, so we cut to the fight between what's called Rang and Tomo. He's slipping off and he's pulling himself up on his whip.
I think this is one of those chi things. I let him regain his footing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Because that's the honorable thing to do.
Oh, I like it. Look at you getting that chi for that. He gets his footing back and he straightens himself. And he looks at you and he goes, don't think this is over.
Like, we've just started.
He takes a deep breath. He looks at you. Then he throws his whip down to the ground, looking to see if you do the same for your sword.
I sheath my sword, but I do not throw it to the ground.
Catches on the ground, like, okay, I guess it goes to the water for some reason. I don't know. And then he charges you with his fist.
Yeah, so as he comes in, you already mentioned there was, tables, chairs, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, roll to the side and, grab a chair, and I'm basically going to, pummel him with it.
Do it. Commit open violence. And stop rolling tens, please.
Sorry.
Sick of you guys
sorry.
and your fucking tens. It's driving me mad. I'm sick of this.
There. Is that better?
What was it?
2.
Yeah!
Hold on. Let me see. He's no longer off balance. Well, the ship is still off balance. I'm going to spend a chi to make that a middling result.
I'll give it to you. Pick one.
And I'm taking advantage of the fact that he's, rushing uphill on this boat.
I'll take it. Pick one.
So I have the high ground. The one is I'm not going to tag him.
What means that you don't take... If you tag him, you'll take him out.
Oh, if I tag him, I'll take him out?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll tag him.
But
Let's send him into the drink.
What? So yeah, that's fine. But what are you gonna pick instead? Your left and
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm left in a disadvantageous position.
Okay, so describe how you put him in the drink.
As he's rushing up the hill, and I take that chair and throw it. It hits him, right in the face. And he staggers back for a second before he loses his footing and slides off the boat.
As he's sliding off the boat, almost in slow motion, he looks like he's just pretty much done. And he's going back and he looks at you. And as he's about to lose conscious, his hand whips out. And the second whip from his other hand wraps around your neck. And he pulls backwards.
Oh, there's always another whip.
There's always another whip. And
his whips are so small.
He pulls you into the water with him. You are now drowning while he's holding onto while his body holds onto the whip unconsciously. Okay, while you're doing that, let's see what's happening with you while you're fighting the ice lady.
Okay, so she's pierced me through the shoulder, and this has actually pinned me back against the edge of the boat.
Yes.
So she's there. She's advancing on me. Icicle
slowly
blades out.
She's wearing ice high heels.
And I'm
because fuck it, why not? It's hot.
I'm panting. I look totally broken at this point. I'm trying to pull the icicle out, and you can see a little bit of depending which rating we're going for, you can either
There's no blood.
Okay.
No blood.
You can see me trying to pull it out and struggling, and I turn to her and go, "Lady, you beat me. You got me. You got me good. But there's something I got that you ain't. Something I got that you'll never have." And then there's a growl behind her. And the hairs on the back of her neck go up. "I've got a friend." And at that point, Hong, the Wonder Squirrel Hound. Sorry, it still sounds ridiculous every time I say it.
You don't want to cat to look at me.
Will basically pounce on her back.
All right, roll it.
So this is open violence.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be a 10.
Well, what do you why do you want to take her out? Describe it away.
I'm gonna put the tag on her of broken.
Okay. No, my hair! My hair! That's a horribly. I mean, that's what I was thinking for broken. I don't know what you're thinking for broken.
No, I'm thinking that's this cute little squirrel hound, which has basically been the cutest thing the entire time, has seen me be attacked, seen me being injured, and basically, you know, the whole thing in anime where you go from cute, lovable creature to hideous murder fuzzball.
Yeah. Okay.
So it basically does that, and you see this cute little creature just.
She goes absolutely ape shit. There's a lovely scene where it cuts away from the camera, and you just hear the screams and the scratching because it sounds cooler that way.
Yeah.
So everyone is taken care of. Everyone's down except for you, drowning. As you pull it out of your shoulder and you do your earth slide down to the earth and pick up any resting stragglers, you all notice that Rang and Tomo are missing.
Yeah, there is this like tough decision. Earthshaper don't really are good at swimming, but yeah, I put the artifact on the ground. I jump into the water to save my friend. I just like
Excellent.
try to swim through it to save him.
Are you going to help over there, Garen?
I am stuck to the actual side of the boat and therefore cannot do anything to help.
Oh, no,
yeah, sorry, no. I will reach up, I will grab one of the life preservers and throw it over.
Okay, fine. You're stuck to the boat, so you can't help out, and you throw a life preserver over.
Which move do you want me to roll?
In this case, you're going to have to move intention to get to him on time before he drowns.
Yeah.
You can also, I guess, you might want to observe carefully for some unexplained reason. But please move it. I'm
Meditate.
What?
Meditate. Really consider if this is the right issue you should be addressing.
Yeah, it's
That's not what it appears to be.
it's a 6. But someone is helping me, yes?
No, you're on your own. What'd you get?
I got a 6, but someone was throwing me some kind of preserver.
Yeah, no, the life preserver is not going to help you.
Well, it's a 6 then. At least I get a chi. I think so.
At least you get a chi. That's worth nothing. All right. As you see him down there, you start to lose breath. He's starting to lose breath. Everyone is starting to lose breath.
Seems like a great cliffhanger, actually.
No, damn it, we're near the end, Garrett. Let me finish the plot game. It's done. I know, I'm just about to finish it. As you see him at the very bottom and you're desperately trying to swim towards him, you can't reach him. He goes all the way down. And you have to come up for air. Yeah, Mark drowned on yours. Is that 3 tags or 1 tag? 2 tags?
That'd be my second tag.
All right.
I guess that would be medium drowned.
Medium drowned.
Do I also mark something?
Oh, no, you don't. You just come up and realize you failed your friend, whom you left to drown in a horrible, horrible way. When you come up and you catch your breath and you sort of look around, the first thing you notice is that the statue is gone. You hear the sirens? Yeah! You hear the sirens of the carriages pulling themselves up to pick you guys up and pick up all these stragglers you have. It's not a big one because there's a fucking riot happening at the Wandering Stars right now. But they come and they get you guys and they pull you out of the thing and they put you on a boat and they get you off it. And Zelly is just like, get out, do what you can. The city's about to burn. And before we end it, we're going to cut to about maybe 15 minutes later. Tomo, you wake up on the banks of the canal, coughing up. It was coughing up the water. You spit it out. You're like carefully, and you sort of like straighten yourself the best you can. What wakes you up is the screams you hear happening not so far away from you. As you come forward and you see hanging by his hands on his own whip is Bureaucrat Wang, who is being dragged on the back of a carriage on the ground. An old man steps out of the carriage and walks towards you, and he looks down towards you, and he's like, "Are you well?" As you recognize Grandfather Thunder for the very first time.
Out of the carriage?
Yeah, he gets out of the carriage. While you're like, and trying to breathe.
I'm like, I'm well, no thanks to your duplicitous hireling.
Well, rest assured, his actions were not my own, nor were they of the Fire Nations. But I cannot fault his progress. And he says he looks towards what looks like a burning part of the city. He has certainly started actions that I'll have no choice but to be involved in. So in a way, I'd like to thank you. You've helped me once again, just like your father always did.
Weak to dismember him.
He looks at you and he goes, he looks at you and he goes,
as I'm trying to prop myself up on my sword.
He looks at you and he goes, "Consider this a present that I shall allow you to live one extra day. And I shall be taking this," and he shows the statue, the terracotta monster, "as my reward. Good day." And then he moves off, gets in the carriage, and then they leave, dragging Rang behind, tied to it. The camera pans out one more time to show the city, Cinderhill itself, and the flames that are starting there that slowly seem to be moving towards the Wandering Star District. And from the Wandering Star District, who knows how far it will go. But I have to tell for the time, because my time is up, boys. The game's over. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. That was my one shot. It went a little bit longer than I thought it would because I love plot and I couldn't help myself. But we should probably end the broadcast so we can do one good thing, one bad thing afterwards.
Here we go. I'll end the broadcast now.
I should end it now before we do